Show who you are. Good riddance. Is you kidding? Bid the forbidden. As it was written, you overbidding. With the heathens, karma is a bitch, so how you living? Pray for my enemies, unforgiving. Cast the pearls on hog moms and chitlin'. If it's too hot, get your ass out the kitchen. Finger licking good, good looking. Stewing in the stew, I'm cooking. You psyched out, paranoid and shookin'. Shook the table, babes, I'm booking. Get prepared for this ass whooping. Listen to the words being spoken. You were talking, I'm awake and woken. While I'm spitting this, got your spit, got choking. Era up, a glimpse in my world, eyes shut open. Parallel in my mind, I'm chosen. Reverse the time, heart frozen. Antarctica, cold as ice. Casting locks, rolling dice. Mean as nails, I'm nothing nice. They persecuted me like they rejected Christ. Hey. All right. Good evening, everyone. This is Bika Wash, and we shooting the shit. And tonight we got some panelists here. But first, I want to just go over with you guys. What we're gonna be talking about. So we're gonna be delving into the powerful theme of resilience and overcoming adversity. We will explore the notion that our mindset plays a pivotal role in how we navigate through life challenges, especially when dealing with trauma. Our guests will possibly share personal stories, insight, and practical strategies for cultivating a resilient mindset, challenging the belief that defeat is inevitable. I also want to start with this poem real quick, and then I'm going to introduce the panelists. And it's called The Man Who Thinks He Can. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you'll lose, you lost. For out of the world we find, success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you're outcasted, you are. You got to think high to rise. You got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but soon or late, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. And that was written by Walter D. Winter. Okay, you guys, coming to the stage, we got the Hitster, the Hitman Hitster on the stage. How you doing, Hitster?
I'm fine, and yourself?
All right. And then we have the Honorable T. Lachey. Hello, T. Lachey.
Hello, how are you? Hi, Theron, how are you?
I'm fine, and yourself?
I'm
And
good, thank you.
yeah, how you doing today, T. Lachey? You good? Good?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. And then we got the spiritual gangster in the house, Goddess Honest. Hello, Goddess.
Hello, loves.
How you doing today?
I'm beautiful, divinely guided and protected, and you guys.
Oh,
All right.
everything is copacetic over here.
I say.
So, I'm gonna just mute mics as I ask the question, and then because of the background noises, and then after that, you guys can unmute to answer once I call you, and then you guys can discuss amongst yourself. So I decided to do the show because people tend to take no for an answer, or to allow themselves to be defeated, and they just accept it. And I find it kind of problematic because I've once been there, and I know that if I would have known then what I know now, I would have never accepted a no, right? You ever heard that saying where there's a will, there's a way?
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, have anybody on the panel ever dealt with personal defeat? And if so, how did you handle it? I'll start with you, Hister, since your mic is not muted.
Um, I've been in a lot of adverse positions that would really knock down the average person. I think that I've always remembered some words that my father told me, and it's very simple. No matter what position you're in, there's always somebody in a worse position. And in replaying that in my head anytime that I'm up against the wall, it feels like it takes a weight off of my shoulders because there is always somebody in a worse position than you. Um, I remember a time when I was incarcerated and I had already been in for I had a freshly 21-year sentence and I had to do 85%, which was 18 years. And I hit the Hatchby and I had assaulted an officer. And now I'm going to court on that from the hole for my third strike. And with that being said, you would think, damn, the world is coming down around me. And while I was in there after about 8 or 9 months, I received some legal mail, and that legal mail was from the California appellate courts overturning my original conviction. And it's things like that that have always kept me going. I've been in a lot of circumstances where it seemed like the world was coming down around me, and something always took me up out of that situation. And so that's why I always try to communicate with people who are going through depression and not to give up because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring. You never know. One day you in the thick of it, and the next day you fuck around and it's all surf and sun. So that inspires me or keeps me going, and I never give up on any situation, no matter how adverse it may seem. There's always a way out of it, over it, or through it if you keep on pushing and keep on looking for that.
Right. What about you, Goddess? Can you share a time where you might have felt defeated at one point and how you dealt with it? I gotta unmute you.
Um, I can say it's been several instances and times or blocks of times in my life where I felt defeated. But one particular instant would be when I realized that my connection with my family was to my own detriment. When I realized that I'm only one person in a whole family full of people, and no matter what I done or no matter how I tried to fix things or no matter how I tried to show up, that I would be the one that was going to end up dead or in jail forever trying to be on the front line for people and loving and caring about people who didn't love and care about themselves. And so I had to walk away.
It made you feel defeated.
In that instant, it definitely did. Now I understand that that was necessary for me. I had to walk away from that, the way that I thought of my family, the way that I viewed my family, and understanding what I wanted to happen was not going to happen. And now I know that it was the best thing that I could have done for myself. But in the moment, it was devastating, like fighting and trying so hard, and to no avail. You know.
Hmm. Tila Shay, let me unmute your mic here. Thank you, Goddess. Tila Shay, can you
Yes, ma'am.
share an experience where you may have felt defeated, but you found the strength to persevere or whatever?
Yes. It kind of hits to kind of put it on my mind to. Uh, I'm sorry. He kind of put it on my mind to touch on this particular moment for me.
Mm,
I was I had just got certified as a medical assistant, and I was I left an abusive relationship for the second time. And so I was moving into a different place. And so I wanted one of my daughters to have a TV in her room. Everybody else did. So I rented one. Well, she broke it and I was paying on it, but I was also going through some things. So, long story short, I moved. I forgot about the TV payment. They literally put a warrant out for me. They caught up with me when my daughter got pulled over. I went to go get the car, and the police were called. Surely other police were called because they were men and they pulled my daughter over, but got my name. And long story short, I ended up going to jail. Well, for me, being a woman and a black woman sitting here in a courtroom over a broken TV that I forgot to pay on, the attorney that I had literally was going to let them charge me with embezzlement. And I said, no, I know what that means. I didn't steal or take anything for my own personal gain.
Mm-hmm.
So they charged me with um, returning failure to return rental property. Now, property they knew was broke. It was damaged, gone. But where the defeat came in at was that I was a single mother at that time of 6 girls. And I went on 11 job interviews that turned me down because of that background.
Mm.
And I truly felt defeated in that moment
Mm.
because I called myself in that moment, getting a trade, turning my life around. But here it is, this one thing shut me completely down. And I've never been turned down from a job before. So that in that moment, I felt defeated.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I kind of almost feel like I know what these men feel like sometimes when they come out of this system and they get caught up. But yeah, in that moment, that was very defeating for me.
Oh, I got so many stories, y'all. I don't even know which one to start with. um, well, I guess I'll start with because this one was like a catalyst. Like it caused so many things to happen over time. And so, I come from a family where we got to have our credit on point. We got to pay all our bills on time. And if we don't, we're shunned on. So I really maintain that on myself. So I found this place. It was like one of those tax cut credit places where they go by your income. And at the time, it was a good deal. I was paying like $900 for like a 3-bedroom for me and my 3 children. So me and the manager, we had a good rapport with each other, but they changed ownership or management or something. And it was this white lady there, and she used to harass me. And during this point in my life, like I was wholly filled with the Holy Spirit, knocked down Christian, like I didn't smoke, I didn't do nothing. I was just like, I wasn't having sexual relations. I was just pure, I was like purifying myself during this time of my life. And so the lady kept knocking on my door talking about she smelled marijuana. And I'm like, well, how could you pinpoint my door? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't smoke. Nobody in my kids was little. They was like maybe 8, 11, and 2 or something like that. I'm like, no, So the lady, she started raising my rent. And I would be like, maybe because I was struggling at the time. I wasn't making a whole lot of money, and so she raised my rent to maybe like $1,100. So I was like maybe $30-$40 short. But I was like, well, here, take this. I'm working because I was going to school and working from home and stuff. So I was really like, with the school books, having to pay for all this stuff. It was kind of a struggle. So I was like, I was being like $30 short. She refused to take the majority of the money, right? So she decides to take me to court or whatnot. And thank God that I had the rapport with the other manager, but she could barely speak English. She was Latino. So when I went to court, I told the judge, like, yeah, I tried to get a lady. He was like, well, can you make a payment plan or whatever to pay the rent or whatever? I said, sir, I've attempted to pay my rent several occasions and this woman denied to take my money. And so he asked the lady, was this true? And he asked the white lady said no, but the manager said C. Yes, she said C. They had an interpreter to ask her the question. She said C, and then they asked her again in English, and she said yes. Right. So everybody in the court, you could hear, like that's foul, right? So anyway, the judge didn't make a judgment that day. He said he was going to deliberate later. So like a couple of weeks passed by, and I get a letter in the mail saying that I got 90 days to move. So I assume they put eviction on my. I asked the judge, don't put an eviction on my record because I tried to pay whatever, whatever. And so I assumed I had a eviction on my record because they told me I had 90 days to move. So fast forward for 4 years, I literally would go and apply for apartments and everything. Now by this time, I'm in nursing school. At first, I was just doing my general education. I'm in nursing school. I'm trying to get my life together. I'm working with the county and everything. So I had the money. It wasn't like I didn't have the money. So, but I kept getting rejected because they was kept showing up as eviction, as eviction. So then I had to just say, okay, I had to move in with family, whatever. I accepted it as an eviction, never tried to fight it or nothing. So then one day when I was looking for a place, I just so happened it was a friend of a friend that I work with. And so she let me look at the paperwork on why I say that. And the dates were all wrong. And I'm like, this ain't even the date that I moved out or whatever. It was like a whole year before I moved out. And I'm like, how is that even possible? She said, well, you need to go check it out. So finally I went to the court, and it was a mistake. It was a office mistake or whatever. So, anyways, I know that was a long story. But, anyways, I accepted defeat for 4 years. And ever since that day, I learned that when something is in question, you need to question it. You need to research it. You need to find out what's really going on to get yourself out of it. But anyway, that came off of my record. No evictions on my record. And to find out the lady was racist. And recently there has been a class action lawsuit against the lady. So they've been sending me like little small ass checks from that whole situation. Hold on. So I wasn't the only one she targeted. Anyways, let's go to the next question because that was a mouthful. Well, I did want to bring up some key terms as well, but I'm going to just go to the next question. What does resilience mean to you personally, and how does it play a role in your journey to overcoming any type of past trauma or anything like that? I don't want to say trauma. Guys can answer. Tila Shay?
I think resilience is everything, but it does start for me with what you believe about you. What do you know that you have in you? What are you motivated for? What does your life mean to you? And resilience is everything, to never give up. Know that we're here for a purpose. We're not just here to be here.
Mm-hmm. Right. Uh, Hister,
Yes.
what does resilience mean to you?
I mean, it's just always finding a reason, a purpose to keep moving. As long as you have that, you're going to keep going. There's always going to be some shred of hope that can keep you going.
Mm-hmm.
Some type of inspiration from somebody, something that you use to keep pushing.
Okay. Oh, that's not doing what I wanted to do. Okay. So I did want to share with y'all some key terms here. Then we're gonna go forward and talk about what are some things to combat these things that we deal with. Um, because this is from my messenger. So can you guys see that? Let's see if I can make it bigger.
A little bit.
A little bit. I can make it
Okay.
bigger. Can I make it bigger?
Failure to combat, yeah, you've made it bigger.
Okay.
Okay.
So failure. Okay. Oh no, this is not it. I didn't want to go through the let me see. I'm sorry you guys. Those are the resolutions. I'm sorry. Let me do it like this. All right. Those are the resolutions that I had. I want to put up the actual terms here. So failure is the lack of success in achieving a desired goal or outcome. And then you have setback, a temporary or minor obstacle or reversal in progress. Then you have defeatism, a mindset or attitude characterized by resignation or acceptance of defeat without attempting to overcome challenges. And then you have surrender, giving up or yielding to an opponent or obstacle without resistance. Then you have demoralization, a state of reduced morale or confidence resulting from experiencing defeat or setbacks. And then it's resignation, acceptance of defeat or failure without attempting further action. And then it says rout, a decisive defeat or overwhelming victory, often in a military or sports context. And then it's saying disheartenment, a feeling of discouragement or loss of hope following defeat or setbacks. And concede, to admit defeat or acknowledge the superiority of an opponent. And reversal, a sudden change in fortune or circumstances resulting in defeat or setback, which most of those sound particularly the same. Hold on. What do you think would be some resolutions when it comes to defeating failure? I mean, what do you think some resolution would be when it comes to dealing with failure? Hister, hit.
Resolutions when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to dealing with failure,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little lost on that. What would be a resolution when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to dealing with failure? I mean, to never give up. That's my resolution, to never give up. I don't accept failure. I don't accept it. I don't even, acknowledge its existence.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like you say, if there's a will, there's a way. Something can always be done if you gain the right knowledge, you put in the right work to get it done. It's going to happen for you.
Mm-hmm.
I just, me personally, it doesn't sit right with me when I don't know something or I can't do something correctly or the way I want it to be done. So that pushes me to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
That's my personal, you know, standard with myself in essence. If it's
Mm-hmm.
something I want to know or want to do, I'm going to do it and won't be satisfied until I do it.
Right. What about you, T. Lachey? She on okay.
I can agree. I also believe failure is of a mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it still, I believe, starts with us and how we view life and us as a person. And, like Darren said, you can't say it any better than when there's a will, there's a way. The determination of who you are can get you anywhere. And to me, the lack of not trying is failure. As long as you attempt to do something, you try to do something, you do it incorrectly or not, you're
Mm-hmm.
not failing as long as you're doing.
Right. Hello, Facebook user. I don't know. Can you tell me who you are so we can address who you are, Facebook user? Go ahead, Goddess Honest. What do you think could combat failure?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I was on an important phone call, and so I kind of had tapped out.
Yeah, because I had a long story that was making Theron go to sleep.
You were making me go to
Uh-oh.
sleep. No, I'm
That
good.
sure is interesting.
Oh, hey Marika, how you doing, sis? Yeah, so I just now went to the next question is what do you think can combat failure? Like, what could you do to what kind of resolution do you think can combat failure?
Well, for me, failure is, it depends on what failure means to someone. Because to me, different mindsets look at it differently. For me, I look at a failure like attempting something and it not working out in my favor or the way that I intended it for it to work out. It just gives me another opportunity. It teaches me what doesn't work, but it doesn't stop me from seeking a way that does work. You see?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I got everybody's information on that one, right? For me, yeah, I agree with what everybody said. When you feel like you failed at something, failure to me is a temporary outcome to something that maybe you just didn't do it right the first time. And so you got to go back to the table and say, okay, what could I have done better and what can I do going forward? Cuz the insanity is just doing the same thing over and over again, right? So you want to
Hmm.
change it up a little bit, change it up and try to execute it. You got a plan A. Plan A didn't work. Let's try plan B. It can't be the same plan over and over again, though. You get it? So I feel like to combat it, you must learn how to see where you messed up at and try to fix that part. Um,
Hmm.
I
let's
thought you
see.
muted my mic.
Who me?
Yeah, I'm all coughing and things, all loud.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
just running my mouth right now. Okay, let me go to the next questions. I think okay, because I don't want those questions there. Hold on, give me a second, you guys. I also want to share this other motivational quote. It says, "Do not fear the winds of adversity. Remember, a kite rises against the wind rather than with it." So that's something that I kind of live by. Um, I got techniques. I think I messed up on my questions, y'all. Okay. So one of the questions is the concept of self-defeating thoughts is often mentioned in discussions about resilience. How can individuals identify and challenge these thoughts to foster a more positive mindset? Did anybody get that question?
The self defeating. Can you read the beginning of it again?
So the concept of self-defeating thoughts is often mentioned in discussions about resilience, right? How can individuals
Hmm.
identify and challenge these thoughts to foster a more positive mindset? So how could you stop yourself from saying, "Oh, just beating yourself up," and having a more positive mindset?
Okay, like being more optimistic instead of pessimistic. I believe in, once you acknowledging that you have those types of that type of mindset, I believe that it's instrumental to, what I would call retraining your brain, because I had to do it myself, during my healing journey. It was integral part of it, to every time I have a negative thought, acknowledge it and replace it with a positive thought repetitively, daily, throughout the day, to where eventually I could just stop myself in just a blink of an eye, and eventually just have mostly positive thoughts.
Hmm. Right.
So I call it retraining my brain.
Yeah. Um, Theron.
Yeah, I can second that. I've always said that we've been brainwashed, and we have
Hmm.
to deprogram and reprogram.
Hmm.
We aren't taught to succeed. We aren't taught to keep pushing. We aren't
Hmm.
taught to be, to embrace positivity. Everything in life that was given to us is negative, It's to be looked down on. So that's the way our brain operates. We have to get out of that mind of thinking like that and always looking at the negative side of things. So we do. That's what we need to do. We need to reprogram and look for everything positive. There's always something positive. There's always a positive outlook in every situation, no matter how it may seem. Things seem like they're bad. Things didn't work out. But guess what? If it didn't work out, then that means that there's something that's going to cause it to work out. Find that route. Just because it didn't work the right way that time doesn't mean you was doing it right. So then you learned I didn't do it right. So next time I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna look for the right way to do things. There's always a positive road in everything. And that's just the way you gotta think
Absolutely.
about it.
I agree. I was going to address this Facebook user. I think this is Marika. She said failure is neither an attempt or a choice at trying. Yes, that's something that I learned a long time ago. Nothing beats a fail but a try. That's one of my mantras. Do anybody have
Hmm.
T. Lachey? Let me ask T. Lachey the same question, and then I'm gonna ask the next question.
I can agree with Theron. The deprogram has to come first because no matter if a person can sit and believe what they're in that moment thinking, then it's deeper than just something you can try to do. It's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much the way we do everything is the way we do anything. So if that's your mindset in that moment, it's probably the mindset at a lot of things. So I think a deprogram would have to come first, then a reprogram. I agree with Theron on that one.
100%. Do you have like a mantra that you go by when it comes to failure or defeat, like the ones that I just said, like nothing beats a fail but a try? Do you have a mantra or something like that?
Well,
Mine
for
just
me, it's like if you don't, I say, the only thing that's guaranteed is that what it is that you want to acquire, you will not if you don't try. You see, the only thing that's guaranteed is it not happening.
Right. What about you, Hister?
question everything white folks say. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't believe nothing no more. Everything's questionable to me. And I have
Absolutely.
Had this conversation too. I was like,
yeah, yeah.
why did he
Absolutely.
Because
get
I have
me
a
into
thing
it?
with a friend, and I tell her all the time, your truths are not my truths, and the only
Hmm.
truths I know are the truths I experience. Just because you tell me something happened, don't make it my truth. That was your truth. So
Hmm.
if it didn't happen to me and I didn't experience it, then I'm gonna question it. I don't give a damn who it is. That's what white folks have
I'm
taught
with
me
you
to
on that.
question everything
I'm
because
with
they
you
have
on that.
lied to us since the beginning of time. Things that we grew up
Hmm.
thinking what was really wasn't.
Hmm.
So I question everything now. I don't care who it comes from. I'm
Hmm.
questioning it.
Yeah. Marika said to never doubt or second guess your feelings, circumstances, or situations. Right. Do you have a mantra, T. Lachey?
Nothing is out of reach. Can't is not in my vocabulary.
That's right.
Yeah. My baby girl, when she was like 2 or 3 years old, she whispered in my ear and she was like, Mama, there's no such thing as you can't. I was like, wow, that was very prophetic for her to tell me
Your
that.
baby, yeah, your babies be teaching you.
And so, definitely, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, let me hide that. So the next question, what was it going? How do you handle criticism? How do you handle constructive criticism or feedback, negative feedback after facing defeat?
I don't think that any criticism is negative criticism because sometimes we lack self awareness, and most oftentimes we won't be able to acknowledge some things about ourselves that gives us an opportunity to improve things about ourselves unless it's pointed out.
Mm-hmm. Darren, how do you handle constructive criticism or negative criticism or feedback after a defeat?
Well, first I try to decipher if it's constructive or not, or it's coming from a hater and what their objective is. But if it's constructive, like how you have your third eye, it'll ring true in your conscious in essence.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And that's what I base off of.
Mm-hmm. Tila Shay.
um just to self-reflect, can I see it? And like,
Mhm.
Theron said, if you'll know if it rings some truth or not, in order, if it's something that you would be able to identify with. Because even if you don't see it, when someone points it out and you reflect it, you at least might be able to see it in that moment if it's really there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
My answer would be all them motherfuckers is crazy except for me.
We
I
can
don't give a
tell.
fuck what you say.
We know.
I don't
Hmm.
care. This is what came to me. This
It's
is
obvious.
what I was downloaded with, and this is what I'm gonna execute. And if you don't like it, don't try to jump on the train when the train gets moving. Peace. I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
You
yeah.
know
I'm
what?
your friend in real life.
Really quick, Theron is always on here eating on something or drinking something. When you gonna share with the
Hey,
party?
hey, Costco sells these chocolate churros. They are so bomb.
Man,
Oh
you a
my
sweet
God.
fanatic. I remember the last show. He had a big old Slurpee. What else he had on the last?
I just
He
got
All of
finished
had
them
eating some
damn
Dutch apple
sweets.
pie
Where's
with
your
whipped cream.
water? Where's
Hey,
your water?
water. I got my
Water and
Snapple right here.
water and put some chlorophyll in it while you doing all that.
I got my Snapple.
He got his snapper.
Mm,
You know the
mm.
Ku Klux Klan makes snapper.
Do they?
Oh goodness.
That's what they
Congrat-
used to say. I don't know. I,
Congratulations to them. They got my money.
They told me it had pee in
Oh, damn.
it.
I buy them by the case. It have
yeah, he is
years.
healing. You know.
Oh
They
shit.
say the uric acid in your urine is healing. So I don't know.
Whew.
I
Might
don't
be
know.
healing me.
This is I don't know who's saying this, but I'm guessing Marika. I don't know. If Facebook user, please let me know who you are. I hate that this does this. It says if you're in the face of constructive criticism, you have to be open to statements, suggestions, opinions, and comments. The most important thing is processing what you choose, receive, or recycle. Yeah, that's. I mean,
But see,
Okay.
that's the thing. A lot of people can't do that. Anytime somebody tries to give them constructive criticism, the majority go into defense mode and shut down.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
the intelligent ones are going to listen
Okay,
and turn it over and see if it applies. And if it does
Mm-hmm.
apply, they'll make the corrections from there.
okay. Now I'm just making sure it's still you, Queen. I'm just making sure it's still you. Um, you know what? This is how I feel about it. If I don't come with you with it, if I don't bring the situation to you, unsolicited opinions is I don't like.
Oh well, that's your bad.
So
That's your bad.
if I respect your opinion or respect, and I know because I surround my people that give it to me straight, no chaser, right? So if I respect you enough to say, hey, I got this issue. Do you think I'm overreacting, or do you think this? What you think about it? And they be like, girl, you tripping. I respect that because I brought it to them. Now an example would be that I don't like is somebody coming like, you know what you could do with your life to me? No, I don't want to know what I can do. I know what I'm doing. I'm taking care of me.
Really.
I don't ask you for nothing. So what you calling me for? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like if I have a problem though, and I call and say, hey, I got a problem. Yeah, fine. Give me the constructive criticism because that's what I want. But don't give me no unsolicited stuff that I ain't asked for. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to hear that.
Well, they might think they
Well,
helping you out.
Huh?
but I
But
mean,
see,
like
I'm
she
not
said,
close to everybody
unsolicited
like
is unsolicited though, because a lot of the times, even if somebody is sitting up there and thinking that it's constructive criticism that they're bringing, you always have to keep in mind that the thoughts of others and the words of others are merely suggestions. It's up to you if you want to receive them or not.
that. Right. And a queen, yeah, sometimes when I talk to a queen, I mean, I like I said, when I talk to
Don't
Queen,
be
she be
putting
pissing me
me
off. When I talk to Goddess, she be pissing me off. Only one
all
that don't piss me
the
off is T. Lachey. So, but look, let me tell you this though. If I fucks with you, like if I'm talking to you about that stuff though, you got to know that you're important to me. So I don't just take unsolicited information from people I don't
time.
fuck with. Like, who are you? Where you coming from?
And you don't take suggestions and unsolicited stuff from me.
No, not if it's unsolicited. Now, if I
No, because you said I don't want to talk about any of this stuff. I don't want to hear. I just wanted to say this.
exactly, yes, but no, I don't care. But it's like this. I am. Yeah, I know. I get on y'all nerves. Y'all get on my nerves
What
too.
do I
But it's with
feed it? What
love.
do I feed it? What do I feed it?
It's with love. So as long as we can be straightforward with each other, I love that about my friends and my circle and the people I have around me. It's just that like you might get cussed out if you say, "Hey, I was just thinking about something I told you 2 weeks ago." Oh no, bro. We don't already got past that. Let's move on. Let's move on. You feel me? I know I'm hard. People always say, "You think you know everything." No, it's not that I think I know everything. It's that I gotta stay on task. You know what I mean? I gotta stay focused. Like it's been a few nights, right? I have called my brother. Now he the closest person to me. We the same age right now, right? And I'll be like, "Hey, bro, I got a great idea. Let's do this." He like, "No, that ain't it." And I'll be listening to him. And then somebody turn around and do the same thing and make money off of it. And I'll be like, "Bro, we should have did this, but I should have did it." You feel me? So I can't allow people to say to turn down my dream. You know what I'm
Yeah, that's the suggestions. Yeah, then that's coming from their energy. If you believe in something and you know something in your heart, you got to move with what you know.
saying?
You
Right,
understand me? Sometimes your ideas are not nobody else's dang on business. You just
right.
go ahead and move forward with what it is that the spirit and gave you.
Exactly. And I should have moved forward, but that was me being naive, at the time. Like, man, I should have this. Let me tell you what it was. When COVID hit, I said, bro, let's rent out a parking lot and let's do a parking lot. What did I call it? Parking lot pimping, parking lot pimping like type of situation, right? Where, everybody stay in their cars, but bump their music or whatever. Man, kind of find out, I think the people that own either the ones that own what's that club called? Not the Savoy, the other one. What's the one? It's similar to the Savoy.
Monte Christie, Crisco.
No. The people that own that little, you know what I'm talking about. It's in Inglewood. Anyway, those same people ended up renting out a parking lot, doing the parking lot, making
That was a
money.
major one. That was some good money right there.
I said, man, we could have stacked up on that when COVID hit. Cause all you had to do was stay in your car, but you still socialize. We could have made a game where people throw each other their phone numbers and stuff. That was just my ideas. You know what I mean? Whatever. So, anyways,
Don't sleep on yourself no more, baby.
she said you do think you know everything, but you be on point though.
This is not the Put Mika on Blast show because boy, could we join in.
Let's go on to the next question, please. Can you share any? Oh, wait. What advice would you give to someone who feels stuck or hopeless after experiencing a major defeat? I'm gonna start with T. Lachey since she's been quiet.
Um, to just kind of analyze what they
Speak
can
up. I
do.
can't hear you, T. Lachey. Your mic is
she,
low.
To just
she
kind of
echoing.
analyze. It's probably because I couldn't get back in on my phone, and I'm in my car, so now it's
Oh well,
kind of
let's mute the mic.
static.
Go ahead, T.
But
Lachey.
I would say look at what they've done and see how they can redo it differently, and just to never give up. You can't be defeated by trying your own thing. You got to keep up and keep going. Again, it's what it means to stay where you are and not giving up.
Okay, Hista, what advice would you give to someone who may feel hopeless?
Once again, always remember there's somebody in a worse position than you. If you can understand that, that can humble you. If you believe that, you crying about your car being crashed or your car broke down.
Mm-hmm.
People ain't got no cars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You crying about the heat in your house not working. There's people sitting sleeping outside. It's always somebody in a worse position. Always. And if you understand that, that will humble you. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, it used to make me feel like a weight was taken off my shoulders. I remember I had got to Pelican Bay shoe, and I was in the hole at that particular time about 3 years when I got transferred up there.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Dang.
to any see what you just said, you said, damn. So this is 1996. You say, damn, 3 years. But when I entered that pod in Pelican Bay shoe, it was two brothers in there who had been in the hole since 1979.
No.
And this is 1996. So what the hell could I cry about over my little 3 years when they have been in isolation since 1979? It made me see things in a whole different light.
Ashe, you speak a lot about the energy of gratitude, and that is the ultimate way of life and a energy to reside in. Because complaining about things shows ultimately the lack of gratitude. And when
Yep.
you wake up radically grateful for all that you are and all that you do have, it inspires you to operate in such a way that adds more of what it is that you're grateful to into your life. You understand me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I operate. I am
I
grateful for
appreciate that.
everything that I have.
I appreciate that.
I did. Tila Shay. Did Tila Shay go already? She did.
No,
She went first.
I went.
Remember, her volume is just low.
Yeah, Tila Shay. Can you like go out and come back in so we can see if the volume changes?
Okay.
All right. I did want to share with you guys some things because I had you guys ever heard of y'all heard of the 48 laws of power, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so years ago, I with my dad, I was going through that thing. This was in my 20s, the defeat thing, right? And so my dad told me to watch this documentary called The Secret. I don't know if you ever heard of that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But after watching The Secret, because that's like the law of attraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it talks, but it's more than one law because there's a law of gratitude too. But the law of attraction states that whatever you think or however you process things, then that's
You
what you're
bring
going to.
it in. Mm-hmm.
So, like you guys all said, it's about deprogramming your mind and you have to program. And so my dad, he used to do hypnosis and stuff like that. So he taught me positive suggestions, right? About self-hypnosis and things like that. And let me tell you how good it works. Because I was going to school, I was getting like C's and D's and stuff like that. Sometimes I get a B and an A here and there, but I was struggling, right, in college. So what I started doing is I came up with a positive suggestion saying, but I think it was like read, retain, regurgitate, or something like that, right? And I kept repeating it to myself. After that, I started making it to the dean's list. I started getting scholarships and all kind of stuff. I made it to the dean's list the last 3 consecutive semesters or quarters that I was in college. And straight A's, straight B's. You know what I mean? The first time was straight B's, and the last 2 times straight A's, straight up. So anyway, I wanted to share with you guys this book that I read. I'm not gonna share the whole book. I'm just gonna share the main principles in the book because what's his name, Alan Green or something like that, who wrote the 48 Laws of Power. He mimicked his book off of this book, right? And it's called the Law of Success.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. And see, I'm just gonna go to the first principle. It's called the law of success. And he does say that failure is a temporary defeat to success, right? Once you learn how to overcome the failure, you're just a step away from success, right? And I do and why I did this show, because everybody is like, I don't have all the answers to life, but people tend to come to me with problems. And I instead of me having to do all these one-on-ones with all these people, I could just send them this video and like, listen, watch this video, because I can't keep doing that, because I still got to focus on what I got going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let me just show this, and then I'm gonna ask y'all what y'all think about the each principle, because we're just gonna wing it from here, because I'm done with those other questions for right now. Let me see. So this, can you guys see this?
Definiteness of purpose.
Yeah, so principle
Definite.
number one is definiteness of purpose. Definiteness of purpose is a starting point of all achievement. It says, don't be like a ship at sea without a rudder, powerless or directionless. Decide what you want, find out how to get it, and then take daily action toward achieving your goal. You will get exactly and only what you ask for. I mean, what you ask and work for. Make up your mind today what it is you want, and then start today to go after it. Do it now. Successful people move on their own initiative, but they know where they are going before they start. What do you guys think about that?
Mm-hmm.
Darren?
They actually do, because I know I move on my own with everything I do. I don't wait for nobody. You
Text
know,
me that.
I'll send them all to you.
Okay.
All the principles once I'm done. I think that's very important, and then too, um, when you're working within a group setting too, that's very important. Everybody have to have the same. This is definite of purpose, but it's also called chief aim as well. When it's in a group category, it's called a definite chief aim. So everybody in the group will have to have the same goal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean that they have to do the same job to get that goal. Everybody have a part to play in getting the goal. We got to really be clear with that. So the next one is creating a mastermind alliance. Wait a minute. Can you guys see that? So the principal mastermind alliance. The mastermind principle consists of an alliance of two or more minds working in perfect harmony for the attainment of a common, definite objective. No two minds ever come together without a third visible force, which may be likened to a third mind. When a group of individual minds are coordinated and function in harmony, the increased energy created through that alliance becomes available to every individual in the group. No man can become a permanent success without taking others along with them. How do you feel about that?
True.
Hister?
it's definitely true. I've been meaning to make a meme. I haven't got a chance to make it, but it
Mm-hmm.
was basically going to state that I'm in the position I'm in because of my friends and family. I didn't do anything on my own. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people always like to try, oh, I got it from the dirt. I did it all by myself. We don't do shit without the help for somebody.
Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Hester.
Nobody is that damn independent.
And
We
I
have
know you ain't gonna like this, Hister, but Jesus Christ didn't even do it alone. He had 13 people riding with him. I'm
yeah, you
just
know,
saying.
but you gotta be able to give credit and understand everything. You know, even the help of so-called enemies helped
Mm.
me get to where I'm at
Oh,
and
that's a
attain
good
the knowledge that I have. You know what I'm saying? So everybody
Mm-hmm.
has played a role in getting me to where I'm at. I didn't do anything by myself.
Mm-hmm.
You
one.
know,
Right.
so I agree with that statement.
What about
The
you, T.
mastermind
Lachey?
alliance.
T. Lachey, is she there? Can you hear me?
She up there.
T. Lachey, what about you guys? Did you say answered it?
No, I didn't answer it. Just coming from an energetic standpoint, I definitely agree with that because I know the power of the mind, and I understand the power of your electromagnetic field. If you're all vibrating along the same frequency and you're all putting your energy towards a common goal, then it's going to magnify it, and so you're going to achieve it. You see, with the energies of others, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
yeah, I will.
And so, it reminds me of that ideology of it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. And even the chief is an Indian. I'm just saying, the chief is a representative. He's not like he's the voice. He's not like almighty, all powerful because it's the people that put in their words and the chief articulate those words. You feel me?
Mhm.
So you know, like we talked about leadership on another show we did on Paradigm Shift. I think it was Paradigm Shift with A1 and it was A1 and somebody else. Takari. You guys don't know that. But they were talking. A1 has stood this position that we don't need leaders, and I think people get the word messed up when we talk about leadership because even though some of the black people that were leaders were executed, um, they're not the people. They are the people, but they're not the people. They're an individual that's working for the people. So
Mhm.
they're the they're the voice of the people, but we're the people are the ones that give them that voice. You get what I'm trying to say, or am I don't know,
Mhm.
talking in
No,
circles.
it makes sense.
Make it make sense for me because I'm trying to get it out there. I don't know. So let's move on to the next principle. Is Tila Shay here or she left again?
She gone
No, I
again.
don't see her.
Okay, I don't like the way I did it this time. Let me see. Let me go to the next one. The third principle is applied faith. Faith is a state of mind which may develop by conditioning your mind to receive infinite intelligence. Applied faith is the adaptation of the power received from infinite intelligence to a definite major purpose. Both poverty and riches are the offsprings of thought. When faith is added to thought, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration, translate it into spiritual equivalent, and transmit it into infinite intelligence. Faith is the only agency through which the cosmic force of infinite intelligence can be harnessed and used. You can do it if you believe you can. What do you guys think,
Mhm. Absolutely,
Hista?
absolutely, because you putting the emotion behind um the ideal or the goal that it is that you want to manifest. So if you can manifest anything with the knowing or the belief that it's possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they're pertaining to that. That's what's going on there. Like you can sit here and say you want something as much as you want to, but if you don't believe that you can acquire it, it's not gonna happen.
Thank you so much, Coffee Culture and Comparative Mythology, with your long name.
Mhm.
Yo, I love the topics you all cover. We become what we say. Keep doing your thing, Mika. I love this type of content. No problem. Thank you.
I say.
What you think, Darren, about fake? Because we've had these discussions.
Well, I
He folded
mean,
his arms. Wait. Let me put you on. Let me put you on solo.
well, listen. I listened. I listen. I listened very carefully to your definition of faith,
hmm
and I can agree with that.
hmm
See, because it didn't play into anything other than your manifestations of doing things and believing that you can
Uh-oh,
do it.
you breaking up. Hister.
I'm breaking up.
Uh-oh.
And that's on your end. He sound clear on mine.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm breaking up. They is in there doing stuff. I'm sorry, Hister. Okay, maybe I have to rewatch what you said. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Unfold your arms. You was looking guarded and stuff.
Yeah, who you was agreeing with? Her or me?
No,
He is agreeing with the definition.
Oh,
I was
okay.
agreeing with the definition, but I was also agreeing with you and what you said. But like
You
I said,
making me
see,
nervous.
Mika,
You a big old man. I'm feeling you making me a little nervous. Like
see, now Mika thought she was gonna get a fight up out of me by mentioning
I was
that
scared.
terminology,
I
but it
was
wasn't
you
gonna
know,
happen. Like I
she love
said,
that
I
debate
listened.
shit.
Yeah, no, see, I
I ain't
listened to your
debating.
definition. You know what I'm
scared.
saying, and just didn't jump in without listening. It pays to do that sometime, Mika.
Oh, I'm so proud of
And
you, Karen. We done reached a new height in our friendship.
yeah.
Y'all
I was
So
funny.
I didn't know what he
no,
was gonna say.
no, like I said, I'm a Gemini. You ain't gonna never know what I'm gonna say. But
Man.
yeah, I'm a believer in that. Whatever you manifest, you can do it. I've witnessed it because I've done it myself. I've
Hmm.
Mm.
overcame a lot of things that I was not supposed to overcome. I remember back in the '80s, man, I was in Central Juvenile Hall. And yeah, a lot of my stories are going to refer to some type of incarceration because
We're just a career criminal with,
that's what I
honey, the
was. I mean,
outcomes that people wish that they could dream of, honey.
and,
Come on
and,
through with your
and yeah,
inspirational
I
self.
mean, because in all honesty, I caught my first criminal case when I was 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And it went on for the next 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, like I'm saying, I was a kid, and my father came to visit me in Central Juvenile Hall. And of course, at this point, I know that the paperwork couldn't have been what it was, but he had made me believe that I was signing life insurance papers because he said that he would be rich by the time I reached 18 because I might not make it there. So, I don't know if that was his attempt to be, scared straight or whatever, but he was like, shit, the rate you keep going, I'm gonna be rich real soon. And so, like when I say I've overcome a lot of adversities I've had, I mean, I've been shot. I've been to lots of things that have happened that I've overcome with my faith in believing that I could. I
Mm-hmm.
just never laid down for nothing. No matter what
Mm-hmm.
obstacle it was, my mind is thinking on how I'm gonna get over, through, or around that obstacle until it's done. So that's a form of faith that can be applied to that question.
Ashe.
I'm sorry. Oh, let me take you off a solo. Okay, you look at all
What
the
you laughing at?
You?
Why? Because I said Ashe?
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't here to debate, honey. I
Okay.
said Ashe, and so I mean, so may it be, and so it's done.
so it shall be done, and it is done.
And so it is, and so it is. That's what I said, and I
And
can
so
I
it
can
is.
thug I can thug, honey, from way over here. You see, I can fight your big ass from way over here.
Okay.
She said from way over there, though.
From
Way over
way over
there.
here.
I'm way up in Lancaster. I ain't scared.
That's cute. I'm way across them state lines, baby. I ain't even in your in your
But look,
goddamn state.
he make frequent trips to your state. Be careful.
Well,
Be
you need to stop dropping dimes on me. I know not to be a crimey with you.
Oh, that must be Arizona, huh? Or
You
Vegas.
see what I mean? She just dropped. You see how she just did that? You got to be careful.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Can
You
you
know I
guys
wouldn't do you like
now?
that guy is. He's a good guy.
I see Tina
Um,
Shay back.
Um,
Can you guys
oh,
hear me?
yes,
I
Okay.
was
ma'am.
telling y'all
Okay.
Tina Shay coming back. I'm sorry. So we went over the principle 3 about faith, and it says, I'm just gonna read the bottom part. You can do it if you
Give
believe
me
you.
some.
It's so good. These are really bomb right here. They bomb.
They look good.
They are. I mean, they are juicy.
Oh my god.
Theron is the
This is
man of
tough right
snacks.
here, bro.
I'm hungry now. I got to put some clothes on to get in the car.
Theron, you're tempting, very tempting. Okay. T. Lashane, so what do you think about that? You can do it if you believe you can.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Gossip,
Nobody
you
else
better
has
not
to
say
believe
nothing
it but
smart to see the Shay.
nobody else has to believe it but you.
And
Right.
that's all.
That goes back to that unsolicited information where they think that, oh, that ain't gonna work type of thing. Yeah. If I believe it, don't try to hop on my train when it's too late.
That's why you don't be sharing your stuff with, you just keep it to yourself and manifest and using your own energy.
Well, I do want to, like I go back to the first thing where I do want to create that mastermind. So I do, um, that's what I'm trying to do here is create that mastermind where we have people that's after the same thing and we can all grow together. But it's a tough situation doing that with so many different personalities and everything. So you just
I
got
mean,
to.
it's not really about the personalities. If you ask me, it's really about the energetic frequency that someone vibrates at. It's really not about that. If you're vibrating along the same type frequency, then you good. You see? But you can't have two knuckleheads or a secret hater or somebody that's secretly competing with you on your team. That's not a teammate, man.
That part.
Right. And I agree. So the next one, the fourth principle is going the extra mile, which is something that I tend to do a lot, which I'm gonna have to slow down on. It says render more and better service than that for which you are paid. And sooner or later, you will receive compound interest on compound interest from your investment. For it is inevitable that every seed of every useful service you sow will multiply itself and come back to you in overwhelming abundance. Put your mind to work. Assess your abilities and energy. You could use who could use your help? How can you help? Does it doesn't take money. All it takes is ingenuity and a strong desire to be a strong desire to be of genuine service. Helping others to solve their problems will help you to solve your own. The most successful people are those who serve the greatest number of people. What do you guys think about that? Hista.
I can
Oh, go ahead, T. Lachey.
no. You're fine. Go ahead.
No, go see Lachey. Say.
Um, I was gonna say I can agree, but when it comes to helping those, I tend to believe it should always be those who are willing to help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I say.
Mm-hmm. Goddess.
I agree with T. Lachey. I believe in giving. I believe in operating from gratitude, and I also believe in discernment. You see, I believe in pouring from an overfilled cup.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so my cup will never be empty because I'm over here over giving, over giving, over giving until and this is the story of my life. Like I've been doing it, until I realized not to do so. You cannot pour from an overfilled cup. So I would just give, 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 always available, never turn my ringer off, door always open. And then when I'm out of light,
Mm-hmm.
because I've given all my stuff away, then I'm no good for me or the people around me. You see? So I
Mm-hmm.
had to learn how to fill my own cup so that I can pour from an overfilled cup, but also to understand when I'm being used, when I'm being took advantage of, when I'm being taken for granted versus being actually appreciated and actually being effective in the giving that I'm doing, it actually being effective. You
Mm-hmm.
see?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. What about you, Hista? Going the extra mile.
It's funny that you talk about this because no more than 2 hours ago, I was almost having a similar conversation where
Mm-hmm.
I went to this lady's house.
Mm-hmm.
It's her mother, her sister, and the mother, the auntie, and the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to her house to change a toilet bowl valve and to change out a light socket in her bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had kind of got stumped because the electrical socket had four wires. My buddy's an electrician, so I called him and explained to me that one of the wires was a motion sensor and it was no need to have it to cap it off.
Mm-hmm.
So as I was leaving, the woman asked how much she owed me, and I told her $50. And so when I got into my car, my homeboy was like, "Hey, I don't touch nothing for under $95." He said, I'm just putting that out there to you because I heard what you charged. And so I told him, I said, you know what? I said, it's three women that live in that house and there's only one income. I said, I'm not trying
Mhm.
to get rich. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I said, I think that's where all my blessings come from because I'm not greedy. I'm not
Mhm.
greedy at all. And so I don't have a problem with helping people and doing things for people that other people would charge an enormous amount of money for. If
Mhm.
I can do something and it's little or no effort to me in essence, I
Mhm.
don't believe because everybody else is charging $500 that I got to do that. And that's not
Mhm.
what I do. And I think because of that, and I'm always willing to help people, that I stay being blessed.
Right.
Mhm.
Uh, as far as what God was saying about pouring from an overfilled cup. Now, what I won't allow is anybody to drain me. I know how
Mhm.
to say no. I know how to
Mhm.
say that no, I'm tired. It's not gonna
Mhm.
happen. We can arrange for another date and time. Because you do
Mhm.
have to protect yourself before anything, or you won't be good to anybody else, and yourself
Mhm.
included. So,
Mhm.
shit, I love giving. It is what it
Me
is. It's
too.
it's a it's a it's a wonderful feeling to be able to help people, and,
Mhm.
and I think that came from, of course, once again going back into my incarceration, that
Mhm.
there was family members and friends who never gave up on me, and because of
Mhm.
that, I don't give up on people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I was a hard head, the worst thing going. I mean, when I say the worst thing, I was the worst thing. Books is wrote about cats like me, and people never gave up on me. I remember a time when I was in CCB court and I was pro per, which means I fought my own trial. And during sentencing, they had the opportunity, the judge had the opportunity to give me 30 years. And she gave me 21. And the DA was mad. And she was like, show me where I have to give Mr. McGuire the maximum. And he was like, well, he's this, he's that. And she said, you know what? I don't care. I see redeemable factors in Mr. McGuire, and I'm not going to give him the max. And I'm thinking to myself at the time, who are you looking at? Because I'm a career criminal. But it was something that that woman saw me in that case, ended up getting overthrown by the appellate courts. So I didn't even do the 21 years. I ended up doing 7 year sentence when I should have been doing 18 years or 28 years if
Mm.
she would have given me the max. I did 7 years. So, and I think what that comes from is all the things that I did because I've always believed this. You can't do 100% wrong. People that do 100% wrong with no conscience is evil to the bone. Your ass is going to reap that shit. So I would try to mix the good with the bad.
Oh
You know what I'm
gosh.
saying? If I robbed a
No,
motherfucker,
that
I
makes
might give
sense. That
some of
makes
the
sense.
people, yeah, you know what I'm
Rob
saying? I might
somebody
give
and go feed
somebody
the
else.
homeless.
Exactly.
So you
So
rob?
that's how I always
You're like a
operate.
Robin Hood.
I
Robin
Yeah,
Hood.
always
I
operate.
have that same
You know what I'm
thing.
saying?
I have that same thing going on too.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
actual name, Hitman, comes from I used to protect kids from the bullies. Give me $5, I'm gonna protect you from the bullies. And
Mhm.
my mother had discovered my stash, and she had misinterpreted it and thought that they was paying me to go beat up people. So here she is calling me, talking to Gra had this little hitman, this little boy, this he a hitman, woo, woo, woo. And that stuck with me as a nickname. But it was through her misinterpretation. They weren't paying me to go beat up people. They was paying me to protect them from bullies because I
Mm.
don't like
Mhm.
bullies, and that's where he came from. I've always been like that.
Mhm.
Even though I was bad to the bone, I had a conscience. You know what I'm saying? And I've always rolled with the underdog in every situation.
I'm gonna stop bullying you right now. I'm gonna stop bullying you right now.
I'm still bullying him because he done bullied me
I
too
ain't
many.
worried about you bullying me.
I'm a bully.
Yeah,
I'm Aaron's number one bully. F
yeah,
From
that.
way over here.
all that. Bully me. Yeah, I take
Okay.
that as a challenge.
You hear from T. Lachey on this one already? I know.
Yes, ma'am, you did.
Okay, so let me move on because my mind. You heard my cries today, T. Lachey.
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
crying like a.
Bring it in, Mika. Come on, come on, come on. You see this? Come
I'm going.
on.
I'm going. I'm going. I'll keep going. I'm
Bring it in. Here goes some
I just
glimmers.
before we move on, I just want to thank all of y'all. Y'all are so super. Y'all so super to me. I'm so grateful to have you guys on this panel right now because y'all are really helping me like through this, and I really love this, and I really appreciate every one of you. And so let me move on to the
You're welcome.
next. I'm
No
still
problem.
putting it out there. Okay. Anyway, principle number 5: pleasing personality. Now, before I read the definition, the title sounds a little bit misleading. So, because you can't please everybody. Everybody agree with that, right? So, a
Mhm.
personality is the aggregate of all the agreeable, gratifying, and likable qualities of any one individual. However, you have to believe in yourself first and foremost. What you believe yourself to be, you are. The attitudes you transmit to others will tell more about yourself than the words you say or how you look. Enthusiasm comes from within. It is a PMA characteristic. You can generate enthusiasm by your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It is essential that you develop a pleasing personality, pleasing to yourself and others. So you have to be pleasing to yourself first, right? What you think? I'm gonna go with goddess on this one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. By, learning love, learning self love, learning unconditional positive regard for oneself. You become that, you embody that, and you begin to admit that. You see, you can have all the ideas in the world, but if you don't have the unconditional love behind it, you
Mm-hmm,
see, it's not really going to materialize in a way that it can. You see?
mm-hmm. Tina Shay.
I agree. Um, we are supposed to love who we are as a person.
Mm-hmm,
And when we can exhibit that pleasing personality, it will draw in. And for me, it's real simple. It's the personality of the cool, calm, and collected. You know, you want to be able to generate that and keep that around you.
Hmm.
mm-hmm. Hester. What you say, huh?
I don't strive to be a pleasing personality. I got three characteristics that I want to be known by, and everything else I brush my shoulders off of.
Mm-hmm,
People that know me know that I'm reliable, loyal, and honest.
mm-hmm,
Everything else, I wouldn't care about what you thought of me. But those three things right there will get your ass a fight if you try to contradict them with me, or you know what I'm saying, tell him by anything other than that. Those are the only three things that I'm worried about. Because to me, I feel like that's the best testimony, you know what I'm saying, for me, and that's gonna be my legacy. Is that I was honest, loyal, and reliable.
mm-hmm,
I'm there when I'm needed. I'm loyal, you know what I'm saying, to those that are loyal to me, and I'm honest no matter what the situation is, no matter who's watching. You know what I'm saying? I always, one of my sayings was the only people I lied to was the police and the judge.
mm-hmm,
Other than
Hmm.
that, I don't lie to nobody. You know
mm-hmm,
what I'm saying? Because I just feel like you ain't gonna whoop my ass. I done been in plenty of fights and I ain't scared to fight, so I ain't got no reason to be
Hmm.
lying to you.
mm-hmm,
And so that's how I'm known wherever circle I'm interacting in. They know they gonna get the truth from me. I'm gonna tell it like it is, and I'm not gonna tell nobody to do anything that I wouldn't do. And half the time, I'm not gonna tell you to do the shit I would do because it might be too outlandish. I'm gonna always try to steer
Hmm.
you in the right direction, even if I per se wouldn't do that. I'm still gonna always try to steer you in the right direction and never tell you nothing wrong.
But that is a pleasing personality according to what she just read. The way you sitting and the way you're talking, that exhibits a pleasing personality. That's why she said it was kind of misleading because when you
Hmm.
hear pleasing personality, it makes it sound like a people pleaser. But
mm-hmm,
that's
Right.
Exactly.
not it. By what she
Exactly.
read, everything you said exhibits a pleasing personality because that's something that people would be pleased to be around. An honest man, a
Absolutely.
loyal man, a reliable man.
Core
Ain't
qualities.
fine man by it. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
those are core qualities, you know.
All right. Yeah, it is say believe in yourself first and foremost. So what you believe yourself to be, you are. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so
Hmm.
Hmm.
and back going back to what Goddess Anna said, whatever you believe yourself, you're gonna emit. I'm sorry, not omit, emit. So you're gonna emit that out to the world, and it should shine through, right? And I try to be a person. Well, I think I'm a person. I believe I'm a person of integrity and dignity and everything like that, with more morality and all those type of things. Um, am I pleasing to everyone? No, I'm not.
And
And
you won't be.
I can't be. And I ask me, do I give a F? No, I don't. I really don't.
Absolutely, absolutely not. You know what
I
I'm saying?
really don't.
I get you. I get you on that. You know.
You know, I've had, and let's go back to the constructive criticism because, like, okay, and you may not like it, but guess who do? You know what I'm saying? So if you don't
Hmm.
like it, oh well, I'm gonna keep doing me. Period.
Hmm.
Because it's
Hmm.
somebody out, it's always somebody out there that like it. I'm not here to please everybody. And maybe you might want to
Absolutely.
jump on the train later. Who knows?
See, now I'm conflicted because of the advice that not the advice, but not, I won't even call it a criticism, but an observation about myself. I've been hearing it repetitively from people who I give a fuck about,
Mm,
uh, because of my respect for
mm,
them. You see, I
mm,
care about what you see,
mm,
especially if you feel like it's something that I can improve at,
mm.
that will further my effectiveness in the field of healing and helping others.
Right. Now that
Where
goes
is
back
the
to believing.
balance? Where's the balance of not giving a fuck and just being my authentic damn self? You see what
When
I'm
you
saying? Because
believe
I've
in
always
yourself,
operated. Hmm?
hold on. Let me just say this: when you believe in yourself, you trust the people that you trust in, right? Because you believe
Hmm.
in yourself, you have surrounded yourself around people that you believe in as well. So
Hmm.
that's where you get your information from.
Hmm.
You're not gonna listen to people that you barely even know. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. When it starts with believing in yourself, then you got to believe and trust that you chose the right people to be around you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
for me, if I believe in myself, then I have to believe that I made the right decision when I trusted and married my husband. Or I have to believe that I made the right decision when I decided to have children because I believed in myself that much that everything that I did, it came to what I wanted and to the fruition to what I wanted. So the people that I surround myself around, I have to believe in my choices that I made to surround myself around them.
I
You
say
Yeah. So
you did that.
so we're gonna move on because I don't know if my personality is pleasing, and I really don't give a f if it is or not. I'm just saying. But I don't know if you remember when I was talking to you about the Johari window. Let me just bring that up real quick before I move on to the next one. And I'm just gonna bring the Johari window up real quick. Cause and not to me, I asked somebody to do this with me, but nobody would do it because I guess people was too I don't know, too scared to do it or whatever.
I do it, Mika. I do it. I ain't afraid of nobody.
It's okay, cause it's like it's really like revealing, right? Hold on, I just want to make it big. Let me just
Hello?
make the thing big. Hello, you there?
Uh-oh. They can't hear
Okay,
me.
I can hear you, T. Lachey.
we can hear you, Sheila Shay. Let me share the
You guys can
Jahari
talk.
window real
I
quick.
can you guys
What'd she say?
hear
She binking out a little.
me?
It's a little echo, Tina Shay.
Are you there, T? Oh, her mic is your mic muted, T. Lachey. Unmute your mic. I can't know it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, am I back now?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Was you gonna say something? No? Okay. So the Johari window, this is real quick. So at the top of the, can you guys see the
How
little
about now? Okay, now I can hear Mika.
yeah, can you hear us? Okay. So the Johari window is what's not, so it's like a little graph, right? So I asked people to do the Johari window for me. This was years ago. I learned this in my business school when I was going to school for business because you have to have business communication. And so anyway, first it's what you know about yourself, right? And then it's what's not known to self. And then it's what's known to others, right? And then there's a blind spot between what's known to others and what's not known to self, right? And then what's known to others, which is could be considered a facade, and then what's not known to self and what's not known to others, this is the unknown. So basically, when it comes to the Johari window, it's basically about how you perceive yourself. Oh, these images look all screwed up. Let me see. Let me see if I can find a better image. Here we go. So, dang, they look so fucking blurry. Anyway, so basically, it's about how you feel about yourself, right? And what you know about yourself, and then how others perceive you. See, so I could think that I'm a person of integrity and dignity all day, and other people, but whenever I admit, people might think
uh,
downless, low down, dirty, whatever.
you are whoever people want you to be in their mind. You are never who the hell you walk out your door to be. People's perception of you is whatever it is that they imagine you to be.
Right, right. So like I would ask people. So part of the Johari window is asking people to like give 3 words to describe that you would use to describe me. Right. And I'm gonna ask
Cute,
you, give me 3 words you would use to describe me.
cute.
Uh-huh.
Many,
Many.
as in you are many, as in you have so many different aspects of who you are. You are several
Mm-hmm.
and kind.
Okay. Hista, what would you use? What give me
Girl,
three words?
don't be asking me no questions like that.
Just give me 3 words. Based off of what you know of me.
Ambitious,
Mm-hmm.
know it all,
Many.
and stubborn.
And stubborn. I think you got the stubborn part right. Tila Shay. Is
Hmm.
Tila Shay there with us? So if I was to answer those questions, I would say with goddess, for
I didn't
goddess.
ask you. This is unsolicited advice.
I was okay.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Well, then moving on to the
No,
next.
no. It's interesting. Go ahead, babe. I was just fucking
So
with you.
I would say for Tila, I mean for let me start with Tila Shay, because I'm gonna start with her. I'm gonna say wise. I would say wise. I would say she has like I want to say motherly or calming, motherly. Um, so wise, motherly, and I want to say what's the word where you know how to dang, the word is tipping on my tongue. When you can
Can you
convey
hear me?
things, yeah, when you can convey things
Can,
good. Yeah, I can hear you. You came in again though. Hold on. Are we adding this other person to the stage? Let me
other
add this.
person.
It's 2 of you, girl.
Oh Lord Jesus.
It's
Articulate.
okay. Articulate. Yeah, yeah.
Articulate.
That's a good one.
Okay. And then with Hista, see when I say mean though, I don't mean that like he's evil. He's direct. He's very direct and to the point. He don't sugarcoat nothing. So I'm gonna say direct. Um He's a doer. I don't know. Is that a good word to use? A doer?
I'll take that.
Um,
I make shit happen.
eh,
And she
he's
done told him what state I live
he's
in.
disciplined. Very disciplined man. Disciplined. Is
I'll
that
be
a
in
good?
Arizona next week.
Uh-oh.
Mika.
What happened? I'm sorry. I should have never said nothing. I got a big mouth.
And I'm over here fucking with him, messing with him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. From way over here. And you, oh,
Yeah.
was that in Arizona? Okay.
Yeah. So I know you
Mm.
guys don't know each other very well, but do y'all want to try to do the Johari window with each other? Like,
No,
test.
I want you to tell me. Don't skip over it.
I didn't do you already.
Nah,
No,
she
you
waiting on
said
her
you was gonna
turn.
come back to me.
Goddess. She said she a spiritual gangster. I feel like she an emotional gangster.
I
She also,
changed it.
I don't want to say, I don't want to say motherly, but I want to say she's what's the word when you always
What is
I'm
she,
so
a
lost.
cancer?
Yeah, he could tell.
Yeah.
She's nurturing. That's what I want to say. Very nurturing. And the last word I would say, oh, she's assertive. Very assertive.
Oh, that was a nice way of putting it. Look at you being all
I
thoughtful.
have to think struck. Assertive, nurturing. And what's the other one? Assertive, nurturing, and what was the first one I said? Damn it, I forgot. I took a shot and now I don't know nothing.
You mentioned she was the emotional, sensitive
Oh,
gangster,
emotional.
emotional gangster.
Emotional gangster. That's two words, but yeah. I'm gonna replace emotional with caring, nurturing, and assertive. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She
Hmm.
emotional, all right.
Ooh, she playing it safe, y'all.
I am. I'm trying to. I don't want to get cussed out later on.
Mm.
Don't matter. You gonna get cussed out anyway, Mika. You make me do that.
So we go pass
I'm
by.
gonna take a shot at a 3 for 1. I think you all are beautiful people, beautiful individuals with some honest, straight, direct motions and some go getters. And there we have it.
Mm.
Thank
Oh,
you, Auntie
thank you,
Tina
thank you,
Shay. You don't want
thank
me to
you.
tell them about you. I gotta give you 8 or 12 or 15.
Wanna be all right.
Look, wanna be all right.
I'm not greedy. Wanna be all right.
So
Wanna be all right. I can't just say just one.
so
Understanding for me.
Thank you. I
look,
really am. I appreciate that.
she's very understanding. So
Yeah.
that would all of those things that we just talked about would have been in the open area of this diagram. Those are things that's known to yourself and known to others.
Okay.
So that would go in that open area. Now, the blind spot is the fucked up shit people say about you that you don't know about. Yeah,
Oh, I be
like
knowing.
okay, that's the blind spot because it's not known to yourself, but it's what others probably like. It probably be something. It don't even have to be messed up. It's things that people know about you that they won't openly express. You get it? So
Oh
that's
Hmm.
the
yeah,
blind
I
spot.
definitely be knowing.
Oh, I be knowing. I be knowing. And then, people get mad. And then when they say what the fuck they really be thinking about you and then saying behind your back to you.
Or
Yeah,
they say it in jokes.
Oh,
Hmm.
that
yeah.
that
Yeah,
too.
that too. Yeah.
But
Yeah. I just don't give a fuck.
So you
hmm
can't
That's
please
the
everybody,
balance you were looking for right there, goddess. That's when you don't give a fuck.
right?
What?
When she mentioned earlier, when she said, wait a minute, I was trying to speak then, but I went out. When she was like,
Uh-huh.
where is the balance when you give a fuck and when you don't? I
Mm-hmm.
feel
Yeah.
like when I feel like when you're working for you and you're projecting things out into the world, that's where you need to care if you're trying to pull something in for you. But when
Okay.
it's just, but when it's you being you and other people just don't get you, that's where you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, yeah, there it is. Thank you. Shit. There it is.
Amen to that.
It's none of my business what you don't like about me, or what you have an issue. You take issue with how I am or how I move, or my, you know what I'm saying, my characteristics or my personality or the way I present myself. Like, that's just really none of my business what you think or feel about that, because I'm being authentically me.
Mhm.
Right. That's
But
how
in
I feel,
certain
guys.
situations,
Everybody think Aquariuses are weird and this and that. F all of y'all. Okay. so so the hidden area is what's not known to others, but things that you don't share with others, but it's known to yourself. You know
mhm,
what it is that you don't share. That's a hidden area. Now,
mhm.
this one is a little confusing, the unknown, because it's not known to yourself and it's not known to others. So
Then what's to talk about if don't nobody know?
because it's about self-discovery right here, because sometimes you go through things and you don't even know why your subconscious mind is reacting, because sometimes you react based off your subconscious mind, and
Mhm.
so you're unaware of it.
Some reason I am just having issues with this phone.
We can
I'm extremely calculating, so I don't believe it's nothing that I don't know about myself and what I do.
Well, I believe that I embrace the unknown. That's a part of me not controlling shit, and so like I can honestly be vulnerable and transparent right now. I'm in a place of in between some shit right now within myself, and I can't particularly put my finger on as much self introspection that I experience on a daily basis. But I'm saying, okay, let me just feel it. Let me just roll with it, and let the feels come through, and push through whatever this is. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, and that definitely goes with the unknown, because today will shape our tomorrow. So that's the
Mhm.
unknown. You know what I'm saying? We don't
Mhm.
know how we're going to shape ourselves tomorrow. You know,
Mhm.
a moment in time could change everything. You could change your
Mhm.
life. So that's where the unknown comes from. You know, it could be it could be something from positive reinforcement, like enjoyment and happiness and all that, or it could be something negative that could change and shape who you become tomorrow. So that's the
Mhm.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. I'm having issues and y'all were going in and out, so I don't know what I missed or what I didn't.
you didn't miss
Oh.
much, Tila Shay. We were just talking about the unknown part of the graph. Did you
Oh,
hear that part?
no.
Okay, so we were saying how the unknown is it's what you don't know about yourself and what others don't know about you, which basically is whatever happens today could shape your tomorrow. You get it?
Oh,
So
okay. Yes,
we
ma'am.
don't know that. Okay, so moving on from the Jahari window.
I love it. That was fun.
You like that?
Yeah, I told you I'm not scared. I'm not afraid of nothing.
So this one here, and I'm gonna give. I'm trying to get through these principles here, but maybe we'll pick it up later because it's 17 of them, and we only on number 6. If I can get,
What?
I'll send
It's a
you.
good show though.
If you guys want me to send you the principles, I could send them to you, or I'll put it inside the Real Talk group. I think I have it already as a documentation. I have the whole book actually in Real Talk in the documents. If anybody wants to read the laws of success, it's almost like reading the Bible because it's like over 13,000 pages.
Girl,
13,
all I asked was these principles that you pulling up on this thing right here now.
but he goes into details. But anyway, and then also if you wanted to like his name is Napoleon Hill, and he actually he's old, he's dead, he's gone, but he has a YouTube where he actually talks about the principles. Okay, so principle number 6 is personal initiative. Personal initiative bears the same relationship to an individual that a self starter bears to an automobile. It is the power that starts all action. It is the power that assures completion of anything one begins. Personal initiative is the inner power that starts all action. It is the dynamo that spurs the faculty of your imagination into action and inspires you to finish what you start. Personal initiative is self motivation. Today's employer usually is yesterday's employee who found opportunity waiting for him at the end of the second mile. What do you guys think about that? Anybody, jump in. You know I'm getting tired right now.
I know, I can feel it. That's why I'm laughing.
Because I got to get up super early in the morning.
Oh my goodness, why do we have to go to this in the middle of a show?
Self
Can you
motivation.
guys still not hear me?
We can hear you.
Now we can.
Oh,
What you
okay.
say? Personal initiative, T. Lachey.
I believe that it does start with self because if you can't initiate and be the starter to your own life, I don't think anyone else can do it for you. And I do believe today's employee can be tomorrow's employer, honestly, in
Hmm.
everything, not just a job, but in your own life, in your own destination.
All day, every day. Because that's
Hmm.
what I feel like I am. I literally, I call my, this is my own Jahari window, the things that I know about myself. I feel like I'm an engine. I like to get the car started. Let's go. That's how I am.
Yeah, you're a generator. You're absolutely a generator, an energetic generator.
Let me put this dude on solo because he over here looking like he falling asleep. Hold
You gonna
on.
make them big. You gonna make them big on the
Yes.
screen.
I'm not falling asleep. I am listening
Intensively,
intently,
intently,
intently.
intensely, and intentively are both correct, sir.
Yeah.
Now, self motivation.
I mean, shit. That's all I got. It's all on me. If I don't get it done, it ain't gonna get done. Shit.
Mm,
I drag myself up. I find myself dragging myself to do things quite often because I know that if I don't do it, it's not gonna get done. I don't depend on anybody to do things that I need to have done. The life I live, I have to stay ahead of the game because I like luxury. I like the finer things. I like to do
Mm,
different things. And if I don't get up and do them, then ain't nobody gonna do them for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always a self starter. I believe in being a self starter. I tell people all the time. My son, I was telling him I had him working with me yesterday. He's 13. I told him I'll be picking him up on Thursday. He said, I won't like that. And I'm like, why? And he was like, because that was too much work on my back. I said, but you got paid, Jack. You know what I'm saying? And you a youngster. At the end of the day, if you don't get up and get it, you're not going to get it. And you have to really believe that.
right.
So you got money to go buy whatever you want to buy because you earned it. You got up and got out and got it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I know. You know what I'm saying? I did multiple things today because I like to make money and spend on what I like to spend on. And I don't like to wait for things. So with me knowing that, that means I got to always work and always stack to be able to do the things that I want to do. So I'm going to self start every day, all day, even when I don't feel like it because
Right.
the end results I can see or imagine the end result. If you can't
mm,
imagine it, then how you gonna get start yourself to get to it? You got to be able to
mm.
imagine what you're trying to accomplish.
Right. 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 Man, you got to get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass by.
You
You got to
gotta get out and get something.
don't spend
Something.
all your time trying to get high.
143 on the
No,
screen. That means I love you. I love y'all.
Okay, let's move on to the next one, and then I'm about to end it. Then we can come back to the other ones. If anybody else want these principles, we're gonna go to number 7. Uh, we already kind of touched on this.
why you looking at me like
Hold on. Why I say stop? Oh, here you go. Why am I in? Oh, here we go. So this one is principles number 7, positive and mental attitude. Positive mental attitude, I'm sorry. Your mental attitude is the medium by which you can balance your life and your relationship to people and circumstances to attract what you desire. We are all born equal in the sense that we all have equal access to the great principle, the right to control our thoughts and mental attitude. A positive mental attitude is the greatest of life's riches. It is through this attitude that anything worthwhile is achieved. Keep your mind on things you want and off the things you don't want. Remember the old proverb, be very careful what you set your heart on, for you will surely achieve it. Which I think.
Ashe.
I
Did I
say.
piss you off it? Did I piss you off it? Ashe.
You can't piss me off.
Just trying to start some. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
too
most
cool for
definitely.
that.
I speak of that all of the time when we speak things over ourselves and into our lives, and our thoughts, we manifest our thoughts into our reality, into our 3D reality all the time. And so you have to be mindful of what you are thinking and what you are basically spelling up on yourself. Oh, today is just such a bad day. Oh, complaining and griping and always on that lower frequency thought process pattern. Then you're creating more of that. So even if the day didn't start off so well, you say, "Ooh, today is a good day," right?
I agree. And so I read the book, so I'm just giving a little excerpt out the book because he talks about when you wake up and you stump your bed off, you stump your toe off the bed, and then everything just start going downhill and shit.
Hmm.
Once you stomp your foot off the on the bed, you have to learn. And it took me years to do this, and I'm able to do this now to instantly get into a positive mind. Like that's just a temporary setback. That pain is temporary. It's not gonna
Right.
last. I'm gonna have you have to reinforce it, like you said, and you have to speak it because
Repetitive.
and Theron might not like this, but life and death is in the power of the tongue. And so when you speak things and you manifest it, this is goes back to the self hypnosis and the power, the self power power of suggestion, you know what I'm saying? Positive suggestion. So you're basically putting that information to your subconscious mind. This is going to be a great day. This is going to be a good day. No matter what, it's going to be a good day. And that's why I always say it's a blessing in the storm, because no matter what happened to me, I felt like I was protected. I felt like it happened for a reason. And no matter, like, that's why I don't rush when I drive, because guess what? I'm going to get there on time, even if I'm not on time.
Hmm.
And it's always that way, you know. Sometimes I'll be like antsy. Oh, I gotta get there. I gotta get there. I gotta get there. And then I have to woo saw. I have to really like get in my mind and say, you know what? If it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, it's not. But I'm gonna do what I can to get to this destination, and I'm gonna be on time, whether it's for me or not. But it's still gonna be divine. Theron, what do you have to say about the positive mental attitude? Are you talking? We can't hear you if you are. We can't hear you. Can't hear you. I think your earbuds went out.
Yeah, it probably died.
I think it died. We see you talking, but we don't hear you, brother. Take them things out. Trina Addison Glenn said, people don't realize that every incident is isolated. One simple incident doesn't constitute a whole bad day. Right.
Boom.
That's my TT talking. My
And
auntie.
I feel like attitude is everything. It can make or break you.
Did you take the earphones out? Okay, go
We
out and
still can't hear you.
come back in. Wait a minute. Go out and come back in there real quick. See what happened. Sometimes, like, log off and log back in with the link. We still can't hear you, brother. He got the old school hat on too. We can't hear you there. And log out and log back in.
He said, "All right, damn, you done got on this nerves. He wasn't
Can
trying
y'all
to
even hear
listen."
me?
Yeah, we can hear you, T.
Yeah,
Lachey.
we
Oh,
hear you,
okay.
people.
What's your idea about the positive mental attitude?
Attitude is everything. It can make or break you. Um, it is
Mm-hmm.
what it is. I think that with even with energy, if you're positive, you'll be positive. Attitude is everything. It can make or
Mm-hmm.
Hear me?
break you.
Say what there?
Oh, you can hear me now.
Yeah, we can hear you. I don't know what happened. Did you
Yeah,
get a phone call while we were in on the show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So when you get a phone call, you gotta probably log off and log back in because sometimes it does that. I'm sorry, T. Lachey. Go ahead, T. Lachey, real quick.
Oh no, I was done. I mean, because I just feel like it's just like that. Attitude is everything. It can make or break you. Your attitude on life,
mm-hmm.
the way you do anything is the way you do everything. And so your attitude matters. It can open the door or it can have a door shut on you. It can, it's just everything.
All right. There. I mean, hits the hit.
I mean, I basically feel like this. I block people for all that negativity on my pages. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to hear it because it's depressing in essence. So if you talking a whole bunch of negativity, man, slide to the left. I want to hear people talking about something positive, something building. You know what I'm saying, or something
Mm-hmm.
fun. You know what I'm saying. So I do believe that the energy that you put out there, you know what I'm saying, it has an effect on people. So I try to keep it away from me. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not real, like I said, or entertaining on the funny aspect, I don't want it around me. I keep it away from me.
Mm.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what's.
not allowing that type of stuff into your consciousness. You see?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That's
Definitely
one of
is.
those attitudes I was talking about. The door get closed on you. You
And
said
let me
Mm-hmm.
say
slide to
this.
the left.
Let me say this to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
It is not easy to do this. You really have to practice having a positive mental mind. It does not happen overnight, but you have to
Hmm.
take the first steps to do it. Once you start doing it, then it becomes easy. Practice makes perfect.
Hmm.
And Trina Addison Glenn said, "Those who get it. Those who don't stay living in a state of victimization." Exactly. And
Boom.
I think I wrote a post after me and Goddess Addis. We were talking on the phone. We was chopping it up, and I said, "I'm gonna make this post." I don't know if you remember Goddess, and I was like, "People like to stay stuck in misery," and I'm like, it. They have, and I call it a melancholy mind. Like it's always woe is me or whatever. So if I'm like, you may not hear from me if I'm going through something. I don't want to bear the burden on you because I don't want to, like, I'm trying to get my mind right and get my mind, stable before I even come to you because I don't want to spread no negativity to anybody that I care about. You feel me? So it's like you guys got to be able to meditate. You guys got to be able to, I'm not talking to the panel, I'm talking to the audience, to be able to like put those, I do your mantra, Goddess, I am beautiful, love, and light.
I am beautiful. I love myself. I am love and light. Everything I touch will become love and light. I am beautiful. I love myself. I am love and light. Everything I touch will become love and light.
Yes, those type of things. You could write your own thing and just remember it. It don't have to be long. Do it. It's about doing it. Don't procrastinate. Do the work. You have to do the work, and you have to do the work on yourself at all times. We're here as guides. We have T. Lachey, we have Hista, we have Goddess Honest as guides to help you guys to get to this state because we are living a lot of, I mean, I love my people. I love my people to death, but some things are questionable. They're questionable. And I'm like, okay, we need to bring them up to a higher vibration.
Well, at least embody it and allow ourselves to be seen while becoming it and being and living it, just so they can see it is viable.
It is viable, right? It's about what's the word I'm looking for? I'm so escaped from words right now. Um, I'm gonna just move past it when it comes to me. Oh, implement. It's about
Hmm.
implementation. You have to implement.
Hmm.
You know, the measure of knowledge is doing the work. You can know
Hmm.
everything in the world, but if you don't apply it, it means nothing.
Hmm. Hmm.
So principle number 8 is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, we still talking about the state of mind. So basically, the rest of these things are basically about the state of mind. So enthusiasm is the state of mind. It inspires action and is the most contagious of all emotions. Enthusiasm is a combination of mental and physical energy, which is seldom found in the ailing body. It thrives best where sound physical health abounds. Sound health begins with the development and maintenance of health and consciousness, just as economic success begins with prosperity consciousness. So, not only do we have to deal with our mind, we have to deal with our bodies. We have to cleanse our bodies. We have to detox off of the off of this BS processed stuff that they keep feeding us.
That you keep choosing to put inside of your body and consume.
Right. um we have to start living more healthy lifestyles, right? She said it's a practice just like anything else. Yes, it is definitely a practice. And like I said, even a doctor owns a practice, right? It's a practice. So
Yeah, they practicing on you.
yeah. They are. It's the truth. It is the truth.
Straight up.
But when they find out something that they practice works, then they continue that particular practice, right? Um, Hista, what do you think about the enthusiasm? Yes, Kimberly asked this question. I'm sorry. So eating unhealthy is detrimental to your mindset. It is definitely detrimental to your mindset.
Yeah, you want to eat high vibrational living things. You know what I'm saying? That heavy dense stuff, it definitely has an effect on the chemicals in your brain, all of that sugar,
I
all of
feel
these
attacked.
things play a part.
I
You know what
feel
I mean?
attacked.
Huh?
But also, no, oh, no, no, no. This wouldn't be the first time, honey. Uh, yeah. So,
Wait, what he
yeah, I
say?
mean, he said he feel attacked because remember last time we was on the show, he had all of the sugary stuff, he had all of that stuff going on. But also, I want to say that as long as you feel like you're vibrating, you have a very high frequency hit, and so what I say, if you can vibrate higher than the things that are meant to harm you, then a lot of times you won't be affected negatively.
But let me tell you something about Hista. He works out. You work out. You work out more than I work out.
But
You know what I'm
I
saying?
sat here for an hour and a half the last time and watched him consume enough sugar to feed the whole family of 10,
Yeah.
chlorophyll and water.
Say for yourself, sir.
Jolly Rancher show is good.
Oh God, get out of me.
That's what I got to say.
But no, I watch like follow him on Twitter. I mean, what is it, TikTok? Right? He has some videos where he's working out on there or whatever. So he works out. He keeps his body fit. He can afford to eat a little sugar. But I'm saying
That's
like,
not a little of anything.
Well, what you gonna do about it?
Wait,
oh,
talk shit from way over here, boo.
she the spiritual gangster over there in Arizona.
Way over here.
So yes, food matters. Not a little, a lot. It matters a lot. You ever heard the saying, Kimberly or Kima, you are what you eat? You are what you eat. And what I
But
know is
a lot of people don't know what it is that they're actually consuming.
no,
They don't understand.
and I don't want to. I'm not trying to put nobody down, but a lot of people I know that eat pork, they are very aggressive, and I'll be like, wow,
I'm
they're
sorry.
very aggressive people. And I
I'm
and then
sorry.
And then they try to make it seem like I'm the aggressive one when I be sitting in my corner minding my own business. They're very aggressive. So,
Girl,
huh?
that was so funny of you to say that.
It's so
People who eat
random.
pork are aggressive. Like, girl, everybody that eat pork ain't aggressive.
Yes, they are. I'm telling you what I see. To me, in
I
my
don't be
mind, they
eating
are.
pork.
It says Kimberly. She's coming for you, Theron. She said his habits would contradict your statements. What habits? Well, I don't know his habits like that. I just know him from. I don't know him like that, so I wouldn't know.
Generally speaking.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like I see, I only know. I'm only going by what I saw. I know he got a nice.
What she's saying is basically, I don't drink water. I
Well,
don't eat.
water is not. So there has been research studies that it's water does not dehydrate you. It's the fruit that
Does
dehydrates you.
not hydrate you, not
Yeah, I'm sorry.
dehydrate,
I'm sorry.
hydrate you.
Yeah, right. You're right. Thank you.
But
Water.
water is in everything that you drink and eat, basically, too. So, you don't have to drink straight water in order to get water. I mean, you know what I mean?
Okay. I don't. I really don't eat fruits. I don't eat greens and vegetables. A lot of the things that people consider
But
healthy.
how well is that working for you? Like I said, you could be perfectly in tip top shape and healthy. You know what I'm saying? Eating all of the sugar that I watch you eat. I might be a hater right now because I can't eat all the sugar that I watch you eat.
Okay.
You
Well,
see what I'm saying?
Darren, you might want to change that a little bit. I don't know. That's
That
constructive,
ain't none of our business,
and
girl. It ain't
that's
none of our business.
unsolicited. That's unsolicited constructive criticism because
Hey,
Kimberly
hey,
brought it up because she broke it down. She said his habits would contradict your statements, and then she said eating, he never drinks water.
Damn.
She broke it down. She know everything, and don't eat vegetables. I that ain't coming from me.
yeah, I know. I see the comments.
Oh, okay. Now,
Damn.
damn.
I
So
don't need no help from way over here.
Well,
I
here's
don't.
the how you
I don't even
sitting
know
there.
what's
If you
the.
don't drink water, you don't eat vegetables, fruit, meat, nothing.
Hey, when the last time you seen a recall on Jolly Ranchers? You see all sorts of recalls on fruit,
Can we just move
meats,
on? Can we just
vegetables,
move on?
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Moving on, Darren. We can have a one-on-one about your eating habits later,
We can have a whole show.
but we're not gonna talk about that today. Did everybody answer the enthusiasm thing? Because I'm ready to move on to the next principle.
Go
Let's
ahead,
move
move
on.
on.
Everybody agrees with that, right? Self-discipline. All right now.
But Mika said that hit was very disciplined and never mind.
I am very
What's
disciplined.
going on, sweetie?
I am.
She said,
Okay.
never mind.
I said
Yeah,
you had
I
self-discipline,
am.
but after finding out these new things about you, I'm starting to question my Jahari window word.
I
This
am
show is
disciplined.
fun.
I'm disciplined not to eat that stuff. Ah,
Dang, I'm so disappointed in you now. I was
why?
having so much high hopes.
Well,
Don't do him. Shit.
hey, you
Okay,
should be trying to figure out the secret.
what's the secret? I don't know how long you're gonna live after eating all that sugar.
I mean, hey, you know what? I'm
He
50
look
right
just fine
now.
to me.
I'll be
He looks good
51.
to
I'll be 51 in 3 months. I'm good. I'm good.
okay. I mean, it is what it is, brother. I don't know why this thing is in my face. I don't got a froze on my computer. Okay. So now, principle number 9, self-discipline. Self-discipline or self-control means taking possession of your own mind. The power of thought is the only thing over which any human being has complete, unquestionable control. We have the power of self determination, the ability to choose what our thoughts and actions will be. If you direct your thought and control your emotions, you will ordain your destiny. Take charge of your life. You are what you think. Direct your thoughts, control your emotions, and ordain your destiny. I read that with so much passion, huh?
Girl, we appreciate you.
She said she just saying he's a walking. Yeah, it's. I don't care if he is or not.
You didn't even finish it. Dang.
Oh, you want to read it? She said, he, "I'm just saying he's a walking contradiction of your stance." Yeah, so he's a offender of it. I mean,
Well, I
like,
mean, for me, shit, he's embodying the power of the frequency that he walks with. You see, he's sitting there tearing down all of this junk food, and our assumption would be, oh, that's bad for you. That's unhealthy. You're unhealthy. You're going to die young. You know, all of that type of shit. But he walking around like, you know, the Jolly Green Giant, just perfectly damn fine off of all of the things that we assume would hurt him.
Remember what
well,
I said it earlier? I questioned everything white folks done said.
I
Mm-hmm.
like I said, let's go back to the Jahari window, the unknown, right? That's the unknown for me. But I believe, but see, he does exercise, which can combat anything other than that. So there is a balance with him. That's what I can say. That's all that I know. I don't know his
Mhm,
particular lifestyle like that.
mhm,
I'm not gonna focus on it because he chooses what he chooses to do, right?
mhm,
I'm just reading the principles, and me, I don't exercise as much as he do, but I eat healthier than he does. So it's I'm a walking contradiction as well because I barely exercise. I mean, I still got my figure, I still got my curves, I don't got no big ass belly and all that. So I'm good, but I would like to exercise more, you know.
mhm,
So
mhm,
it's everybody have to have a balance, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't
mhm,
just sit up here and just eat Cheetos and everything every day because I'm not big on exercising. So I do
mhm.
what I eat.
I
So
feel you. I'm the same. I'm not very active right now at this stage, but it is something that I want to improve in. It's nothing I've never ever been naturally just athletic and all of this type of stuff. But now that I just eat mainly fruits and vegetables for the most part, I've lost weight. So I need to tone my body up, which requires me to have to do what? Something different. Get interested into it. You know what I mean?
yeah, we're all gonna be offense. We're gonna all gonna have offense when it comes to these principles, but it's
Mhm.
about learning because what you don't know because the show's about defeat, and so
Mhm.
to be defeated is to be uneducated or unknowing, right, or ignorant.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
now we're bringing out certain things. Now we can learn from these things, and we could try
Mhm.
we could either choose to bring them into our life or choose not to. But it's for
Mhm.
everyone to learn something that they need to work on, including me and
Mhm.
including everybody else here. So,
Mhm.
what y'all think of? Theron, I'm gonna ask you about the self-discipline thing because you had me tricked in food and everything.
I don't know how. I never
You
told you nothing
assume.
different. I never told you nothing different.
So, do you consider yourself self-disciplined?
In certain aspects of my life, yes.
Okay. T. Lachey?
I can agree with that. There's two areas I think I can do better, but other than that, for the most part, I am.
Okay. Goddess?
I do what the I wanna do. Nah, I do. I practice self discipline in several areas. You know, I've been having. I told y'all I'm going through a little poopy boop right now. Things is a little. The box of the unknown is popping. You understand me? Trying to figure it out, but absolutely, I practice self discipline in several ways, and I'm grateful for that because I've always been a free spirit, a wild child. You know.
Right. And so, ain't nobody perfect, you know what I'm saying? I'm not holding nobody to no, I'm not judging nobody, you know what I'm saying? But I can say that I know people that have been very worked out a lot, but then something else it became detrimental to them. Like working out too much can be a problem. Uh Working out not enough can be a problem. So it's
Mhm.
always a balance. You know what I'm saying? Balance yourself
Mhm.
out and choose and pick and choose. But the main thing is to have the positive mind, have a positive self reflection on yourself, and try to admit those things. You know what I'm saying? So, but yes, you are what you eat, and I'm sticking to the people that eat pork are very aggressive. Next.
That is so wild to me.
I know. I ain't trying to hate on nobody.
Aggression
Principle
is a
number
good thing
10.
sometimes.
Huh?
I
It's
said
just the
aggression
whole
is a good thing
categorization, like
sometimes.
categorizing the people, the pork people are the aggressors in
They so very
society.
aggressive. No, no, do you see the world that we live in today? People is killing each other and they wake up every morning eating bacon and sausage.
Well, I don't see none of that stuff because I don't allow it into my conscience. So it really does not exist into my fairy world that I've fucking created for myself. I promise.
She said I'm being aggressive. Oh, I love Kimberly with her girl. Kimberly, don't make me come through the internet for you, sis.
You gonna have the pork people busting through on your butt.
No, Kimberly is such a agitator. She's respectfully disrespectful. Next, I'm not adding you to the show either, because you gonna piss me off if I do. I got you. I got you for the next show. No, I got you for the next show. I got you for the next show, Kimberly, not this one. Um, because I ain't ready to get pissed off today. Because she gonna be on my ass. I don't feel like it.
Oh.
Let's go to involves two fundamentals. First, you must separate facts from mere information. Second, you must separate facts into two classes, the important and the unimportant. Only by doing so can you think clearly and accurately. Accurate thinkers permit no one to do their thinking for them. Gather information and listen to the opinions of others, but reserve for yourself the privilege of making decisions. Truth,
Mhm.
truth will be truth, regardless of a closed mind, ignorance, or the refusal to believe. Ooh, that one right there is deep.
God is honest, baby. The truth is unmovable, unshakable. It is. The truth cannot. The truth ain't changing.
Amen.
Oh my God, this is so irritating to me right now.
Girl, could you stop spewing out your spells onto the people?
No, I got this screen is frozen on my side and it's irritating me. But go ahead.
Do we have to know that?
I'm sorry. Because I can't see y'all because of the screen. But go ahead. So what do you guys think about the accurate thinking? T Lachey?
Hey, the word said it best for itself. I'll leave it with that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Tuesday, show you cold.
That's my girl right there. I love
Well,
me
You
some.
I mean,
cold with it, ain't you?
how much? Hey, I'm with them when they right. How much better can it get said? It is absolutely true
Mm-hmm.
because the truth doesn't change just because you don't
Mm-hmm.
believe it. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, that reminds me. I did an opening statement one time, and it was on those lines. And
Mm,
I told the jury, I said the truth does not contradict itself, no matter who tells it. It's gonna always
Mm-hmm.
be the same, no
mm-hmm,
matter what. Only lies contradict themselves.
mm.
But the truth
Mm-hmm.
is gonna be the truth, no matter what.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
Hmm.
Honestly.
Now, Mika,
Yeah.
Yes,
in
sir.
reading the factual side of what you just read,
Mm.
I was wondering where that pork and aggression statement falls in that.
Get it hit. Get it hit.
That's my
I'm just
truth.
saying.
That's
I'm
my
just
truth.
saying.
That's my
Yeah,
truth.
because there
That's
wasn't
my.
no facts at all.
No, that ain't no fact.
Yeah. Well, you show stated it like it was one.
Oh
I
no, this is like it like belched out of her soul, didn't it?
Yeah.
it's so true to me because that's what I experienced.
Poor people are the aggressive people.
They very aggressive. They're very aggressive. They
That's how
act just
I
like
heard it.
pigs. They act just like pigs. Oink oink.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. So to me, I see it. I could see it, and I'd be like, "Oh,
So am
why?
I a pork eater?
Yes,
I
you eat bacon.
am.
Is
I
bacon
I
really considered pork?
or or
Yes,
is
it's
it turkey or
pork.
is it turkey
Ain't the truth
bacon?
is the truth.
so what about turkey bacon?
That shit's disgusting. I don't even know if that's real food.
Oh, okay.
You eat that?
So so what, that pork bacon is delicious?
That shit bomb as fuck, but I don't eat it.
Oh, okay. How you know it's bomb if you don't
I
eat it?
used to eat it.
Oh, you used to eat it.
Yeah,
Bacon just makes stuff better, like on
bacon is
everything.
good. It
I mean,
tastes
I'm
good.
personally not big on pork myself. I don't
Yeah,
too
but no,
much
I
I
love
relish it.
noticed
bacon.
that people get angry. The people that I know that get angry and furious, like super stupid. I'll be like, "Oh, you eating that pork again?"
So now we gonna be watching next time somebody put a
What do
sausage in
you
their
think?
mouth, as if they're
Well,
gonna attack
no, no,
somebody.
no. Maybe look. Let me just drop something right now that I just got this download about. Do you think that maybe perhaps the pork people that you're speaking of may have a touch of hypertension due to their diet that creates the aggression?
I don't know about hypertension because a lot of things cause hypertension,
Well,
but
I know that pork is bad. When my mama used to have a pork chop sandwich, her head get to hurting. You understand? Like instant symptoms from eating the pork. You see, my uncle, he had hypertension real bad, and it messed with his attitude. He was aggressive. He was because of the hypertension. So, is there not a connection to the eating pork high in sodium, high in salt? It irritates the hypertension and the high blood pressure, and that in tow. I mean, that creates aggression or a bad attitude or mad or meanness.
well,
Tina Shay.
I have hypertension and I don't eat pork, so
I
I
knew
don't
you was about to talk about yourself. Tina
know.
Shay.
That is
Um,
absolutely correct. It does.
I
Okay, thank you.
I don't think that the hypertension causes that. I think that
why wouldn't
It's
it?
not well.
Girl, I grew up with it. Girl, my family, I grew up with it.
I think
Well,
that the
this
pork. Well, okay. Let me put it like this: two things can be true at one time, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's the pork, but I feel like the pork does contribute to hypertension. Um, but I feel like that the aggression. I'm sometimes aggressive, but I'm not as aggressive as the people I'm talking about that eat this pork. Now
Mm-hmm.
let me take you one step further because when people eat like shrimp, crab, and lobster or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, that's similar to eating pork, right? And even catfish and crawfish and stuff. That's similar, and that also causes hypertension. But they are more those people. It does cause a balance because those people tend to be a little docile when they eat shrimp, crab, and lobsters and
I
stuff
think
like
you
Because they're
crazy.
happy and it's expensive, and so they got a coin to be able to afford to eat the higher echelon seafood. Niggas eating pork, that's the cheapest shit at the market. So they ain't got no money to be all peaceful and calm and shit because they eating the bullshit. What? No,
I'm not gonna get too much on the pork, but I would think that a lot of our
but
people
you started it.
I did, but I just want to say this part. I would think that a lot of our people would stop eating pork, especially because it was force fed to us for a long time.
Well,
And
that don't matter. They like the way it tastes. People do what they like.
right. So yeah, I still stand with I stay
I
I
feel
still
like
stand
I'm on
with
an episode of
yeah.
Star Trek or something right about now.
Huh? And
Talking
Kimberly,
about what our people gonna stop doing just because they got knowledge of it.
I'm gonna answer your question later. Let me move on to the next.
No, we want to know what her question is now.
No, you want to know. I'm
No
moving on.
justice, no
Yep.
peace. No
No
justice,
justice,
no
no
peace.
peace.
Can we move to the
No
next
justice,
principle?
no
Jesus
peace.
Christ. Cause I do want to ask
Justice,
her a
no
question,
peace.
but I want to ask it after this next one. Ooh, y'all finna let me breathe real quick. God damn.
We done got on my nerves. Let me fall back.
Y'all got me in
Five,
a chokehold.
4, 3, 2.
Okay. Principle 11. Are we still on?
Hey, I mean, how many you gonna read? We've been on here for 2.5 hours.
I'm finna get off soon. Can I get to 11?
That's my favorite number.
Controlled attention. Controlled attention is the act of coordinating all the faculties of the mind and directing their combined power to a given end. It is an act which can be achieved only by the strictest sort of self discipline. Learn to fix your attention of a given subject at will. For whatever length of time you choose, you will have learned the secret to power in plenty. This is concentration. Keep your mind on things that you want and off the things that you don't want. We already went over this. Let me go to the next.
Hmm.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Together, everyone achieves more. Oh, I hear echo. I like that echo. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here in a minute, you guys. I'm so sorry.
You
All right.
cut that.
Teamwork is the willing cooperation and coordination of effort to achieve a common goal. Teamwork is sharing a part of what you have, a part of what is good, with others. Teamwork differs from the mastermind principle in that it is based on coordination of effort without necessarily embracing the principle of definiteness of purpose or the principle of absolute harmony, both of which are essential to a mastermind alliance. Harmonious cooperation is a priceless asset which you can acquire in proportion to your gift. I'm going to the next one. I'm just trying to get through them, you guys. Principle adversity. Oh, just the one. I'm gonna stop here, okay? Because it's four more after this, but I'm gonna stop at principle 13. Adversity and defeat. Every adversity you meet carries with it a seed of equivalent or greater benefit. Realize this statement and believe in it. Close the door of your mind on all failures and circumstances of your past so your mind can cooperate in a positive mental attitude. Every problem has a solution. Only you have to find it. If you will develop an I don't believe in defeat attitude, you will learn that there is no such thing as defeat. Until you accept it as such, if you can look at problems as a temporary setback and stepping stones to success, you will become you will come to believe that the only limitations you have are the ones in your own mind. Remember, every defeat, every disappointment, and every adversity carries with it the seed of an equivalent greater benefit. Say Ashe, Goddess Honest.
I was coming to get me some fruit. I was kind of checked out a little bit. I'm hungry.
She said, what if your dream is solitude? Then be by yourself.
Okay, honey, embrace it.
I love being by myself, but
I straighten it up.
I do understand the ideology of teamwork when I'm trying to build success. So being by myself, that is a personal mental thing that where I'm doing my part of the team. No, I'm doing my it is a team effort because I'm doing my part of the team. When I'm by myself, I'm creating, I'm writing, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing proposals, I'm writing business plans, I'm writing marketing plans, I'm doing my analytics, I'm doing all the things that I can for the team. And then all I need the team to do is bring their personalities. So when I'm by myself, those are the things that I do. Also self-care. So if I'm not okay, the team ain't okay. So I do my self-care, and I focus on me, and then I come back and I present whatever I do. Yeah, I'm only talking about me. Yes, I only know about me. I don't know about nobody else.
Hit her. Hit
Yes,
me.
Here's
yes.
the
This is a blueberry.
Ain't nobody want no blueberry. Nasty stuff.
Anyways, anybody got y'all want to talk about adversity and defeat or the team thing? What do y'all want to talk about?
I'll
Uh,
speak on the team. I mean, they have many sayings that go along with that, and two heads are better than one, and so on and so forth. You can always build bigger and better with someone of like mind, and that's the objective, to build with like-minded people. Like you say, for success. That's how you build more success, is with like-minded people. So teamwork do make the dream work.
question for you, Hit.
Yeah.
Do you believe that in the team you still have individualism?
Yes. You have
Okay.
to, because I mean, without it, then there's really no need for a team. See, the individualism brings all the different ideas, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying,
Thank
together.
you.
So
Right.
you
And I
have to
Everybody
asked
have it.
brings
that,
something different. Yeah.
right. And I asked
Yep.
that because I got what Mika was saying. You do have to have an individualism as a part of a team.
Yeah.
Let me add this. I talk to everybody that's part of my team individually because they are my muse. They help me to create this content. So everybody I talk to, I be like, oh yeah, I pick their brains so that we can organize and get this thing together. I talk to everybody individually, sometimes for hours at a time, and sometimes it just be them for that day. But regardless, and we come up with a game plan. So I do need my team. And I'm like, okay, got it. I'm finna do this, and then we're gonna do this, right? And it's about communication too, to let them know this is what's gonna happen. And so since you brought this up, you just reminded me of this, so I'm finna do that. You get it? So
Hmm.
I do stay in my shell a lot. Cause I'm like, I'll listen to you, talk to you, but like once I get depleted, I'm like, oh, I gotta get off the phone. Bye. God is honest, hate that shit. Like, oh, you finna leave? Yes, I'm getting off the phone. I'm gonna call you
It's
back.
only when she got Uber Eats.
Yeah, I gotta
But
send her
the
some
the
chicken and leave.
thing is though, but do you see all the theatrics that she is putting in and eating that little fruit? Come
Yeah.
on, that is not that good.
I'm hungry,
It's
and
not
this
that
food make
good.
me happy, so I'm dancing. Y'all seeing my greediness, I guess.
All the theatrics.
But we
The
have to watch
happy
you eat
dance.
fucking candy and Starburst and fucking Jolly Ranchers and
And I'm hungry. Like, that made me hungry.
come on now, bro. How you gonna
And
eat
I
and we
can't
can't eat?
have that. Like,
We
mm-mm.
all gotta eat together.
Hmm.
You
You
know?
said my blueberries was nasty.
I
They
don't
is.
fuck with blueberries that much, but go on.
It's a medley. They in there. They antioxidants. They're a superfood. It's good. It ain't bad. It's pineapple, cantaloupe, strawberry, grapes, all of that mixed in.
Okay. I love mangoes and watermelon, pineapples. Those my favorite fruits.
I eat most of them, honey. Be
He
careful with
going
that
to bed.
dragon fruit, though.
I can't eat
He,
strawberries and kiwis because I love strawberry and kiwi, but and bananas, but they go
Hit
against.
started snoring. He said he going to sleep.
I
Going
can
to
hear.
sleep. Going to
He
sleep.
said that the
Okay,
On
action.
the fruit
Wow.
bowl.
okay.
Ugh.
He didn't want that fruit bowl. He said he going to sleep.
Well, I
Yep.
wasn't shooting. I smashed that so quick. Look, that thing gonna eat.
Y'all gonna make me go to the next principal. Let me see.
It's time to wrap it up. I got some things to do.
Well, go do your thing, brother. Let's get our final thoughts in, and I'll get the next principles later. So,
Don't send me 13,000 pages, Domika. Just send me those pictures.
I'm gonna get senior 17.
What?
It's 17 principle. We didn't
Yeah,
get
I'll
to
take
it yet.
that. If you said something about 13,000 pages, honey, no, I don't want that.
No, we didn't even get through. You talking about it's time to wrap it up.
He can wrap it up.
See, we didn't get through creative vision, maintenance of sound health, budgeting time and money, and cosmic habit force.
Not the balloon.
Yes, the balloons, girl. Celebration.
Okay, so
Hmm.
now, did y'all want me to ask Kimberly's question before we end?
Yeah.
He do.
I see. Is there such thing as personal truth versus absolute truth?
Yes, it is.
It is for Mika.
Yeah, her truth, right?
A
There
lot
is
of
a
people.
such thing as personal truth versus facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Because a personal truth is something what someone perceives, right?
Yeah.
They'll both see the same thing at the same time and perceive it differently. But then
Mm-hmm.
the facts is the evidence, right? The evidence that's presented that shows that this really happened, right? So yes, there are two different things. There's a personal truth, and then there's I guess you would call it absolute truth, but I would call it the absolute truth a fact.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm.
Mhm.
answered that very well.
All
Get
right.
out of here, Nova.
What's your answer to that question, Larry?
No, you answered that perfectly.
Okay. So now, final thoughts so we can get up out of here. We got
You said you was that the question from Kimberly?
yes.
Um,
So final thoughts, Darren, since you got some stuff to do. And I got it.
Final thoughts. Don't
Mm,
never give up. You don't never know what tomorrow's gonna bring. You know what I'm saying? I've talked people down from suicidal thoughts when using that concept. And it was proven to be a fact that things changed as time went on. They weren't really boxed into what they thought or imagined themselves to be boxed into. You just got to give things a chance to work themselves out, keep the faith. You can do whatever you want to do, manifest whatever you want to manifest, as long as you believe in yourself.
mm-hmm. Final thoughts, Tila Shay. Is she there? Tila Shay.
she might be on mute.
She
She
not.
might have been mesmerized by my speech.
Oh my God. Final thoughts, goddess audience. Mm,
Well, I just want us all to be mindful of the mindsets that we walk with, um, especially when it comes to who you are, knowing who you are, and knowing what your capabilities are. Despite what the world have shown you, despite what your experiences have shown you, you have the ability to create the reality, your own reality. And so, we want to be mindful of that. And like, no matter what condition you're in right now, you have limitless possibilities. You see. And so, I just want to emphasize. I want to
emphasize.
emphasize that it don't matter where you at right now, baby. You have so many possibilities to get to wherever it is you're trying to get to, and you have all of the power within you to create that for yourself
Mm, and Ashe. And Tina
with
Shay.
love.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. My final thought on it would be no matter where you are in life, first look at you and love you. If you can understand where you are and who you are, your destiny is in your hands. There is nothing too far or too great that you can't accomplish. And it does start with you. If you believe it, you can achieve it. Anything worth having is worth working for. And that means yourself as well. Love you enough to work in you and on you, and you can achieve anything in this world.
Ashe.
I say,
Let me just put out there that if you're hit with a no, do your research. Do your due diligence. There's always a way, there's always a loophole. Don't accept no for an answer when you're trying to achieve success. If you are in a specific discipline, learn everything you need to know about it so that you can get through it. Don't be afraid to read the fine print. Read the regulations, the laws, and whatever so that you can get through it. If you have a thought in your mind to do something, study it. Study it. You know? Don't just take no for an answer. That was my biggest thing. I didn't study. I didn't know. I was absolutely ignorant to the fact of certain things. Now I question everything. I research everything. And now I know that can't nobody tell me no. And that's why I'm always right.
I don't know about that last part, but deuces.
She slid that in there, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I want to thank everybody for joining the show. I got some big news to share, but I'm not gonna share tonight till I finalize everything. But you guys kind of know what's gonna happen soon, and so I just want to thank everybody for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Especially you guys on the panel, share it to your friends. The show so that we can get the views up and the likes up and the shares up and everything so we can move on to greater and bigger things. Subscribe to me, Mika Wash, on YouTube, MEIKAWASH. Also, Paradigm Shift, and also the whole effing show. And I am Mika Wash, and we are out of here.
Deuces.
Show who you are. Good riddance. Is you kidding? Bid the forbidden. As it was written, you overbidding. With the heathens, karma is a bitch, so how you living? Pray for my enemies, unforgiven. Cast the pearls on hog moms and chitlin. If it's too hot, get your ass out the kitchen. Finger licking good, good looking. Stewing in the stew, I'm cooking. You psyched out, paranoid and shookin'. Shook the table, spades I'm booking. Get prepared for this ass whooping. Listen to the words being spoken. You were talking, I'm awake and woken. While I'm spitting this, got your spit, got choking. Era up, a glimpse in my world, eyes shut open. Parallel in my mind, I'm chosen. Reverse the time, heart frozen. Antarctica, cold as ice. Casting locks, rolling dice. Mean as nails, I'm nothing nice. They persecuted me like they rejected Christ.